Listen to me. This is Stan Feinstein for Sofa King. You understand? Where everything is held to the high Sofa King standards. The selection isn't just huge, it's Sofa King huge. Believe me, you'll never shop anywhere else. And Sofa King's prices aren't just low, they're Sofa King low. You'll never find them anywhere else. Listen to me. When I say Sofa King has a beautiful store, I mean Sofa King beautiful. When I say the staff is helpful, I mean Sofa King helpful. Listen to me. Get to know the Sofa King and enjoy a selection that's Sofa King huge. A staff that's Sofa King courteous and prices that are Sofa King low. You'll never shop anywhere else. But don't take it from me. Take it from satisfied customer Frank N. Stein.
Sofa King good.
You said it, Frankie. Sofa King good.
How come you stole that from Howard Sperm, by the way, George?
Oh, sorry.
That was one of my first faxes this morning.
Sure.
A sarcastic shot at Howard Sperm. It says that right-winger. Yeah, the nouveau right-winger. So I guess he finally discovered this bit. How many years we've been playing this? About 3? At least 3.
Yeah. From our good friend Bob Wolf. I mean, we even know where it came from. We get lots of good things from Bob Wolf. Right.
At least 3 years, maybe 4 from Bob Wolf, our good buddy up in New York State. At any rate, so Howard Sperm discovered it, and you played it one day when I was out, and according to this fax, somebody said, "You're stealing stuff from Howard Stern again."
Yeah.
We've been playing this for years.
Uh-huh.
In addition to which, it's not his bit.
No.
Like you said, it's Bob the Wolf Man, who's a good friend of ours. So at any rate, there you go. Thanks for your fax. I forgot yesterday many things. Well, you know, there's so much going on. We're 20 miles from Baghdad. Oh! I would think it should be all over by this weekend.
The red line,
we can only
baby.
hope.
The red
we can only
line.
hope it's over by this weekend. We bring everybody back, including the 19-year-old girl. Did you see that they rescued that 19-year-old girl?
She's a cutie. I'm sure glad they rescued her.
I don't want to make light of the situation, and we're all delighted that they rescued one of these prisoners, but the fact of the matter is...
before they got her into one of those rape rooms.
I mean, we have seen those tapes and this story and the pictures over and over and over and over to the point...
South of where I am.
Oh, brother. Just enough to drive you up the wall. Enough to make you just take your TV set and put it in the bottom of the swimming pool.
Enough to make you change your whole perspective of this whole thing. Oh, no. I'm just kidding.
Really?
No.
Anyway, so Screw Ann, our sales manageress, put on another one of her embarrassing public performances at
now, why do you
Marlins
say
opening
embarrassing?
day.
Embarrassing to who?
To everybody in the human race. At the Marlin opener on Monday, in the QAM box, evidently became a little bit intoxicated, is what the story is around the building. Nobody denies it, by the way, and I'm sure she won't. Even her good buddy
Roy
would have been embarrassed. And was falling all over one of the, we don't mention the name on the air, but some client in the box. Something going on in that box. There's been a lot going on in that box, I'll guarantee you that. But at any rate, so Screw Ann, our sales manager, I mean, this is the kind of stuff that this company is famous for, okay? Here we are, Marlins opening day, put your best puss forward, which I guess is maybe what she had in mind, and she just gets sloshed to the point of barely, so the word had to go out to her husband, who happens to be the sales manager for the enemy, for Cheap Channel, Todd, what's his name? Winnick, well, that's the same as hers. Well, it's not necessarily always the same around here, especially.
No.
And they had to put a call out to get him to the QAM box to retrieve her and deal with her, dispense with her crappy old smelly body. Boy, nice going, Scran. We're really proud of you, sweetheart. Drunken bitch. Anyway, here's a fax that says, another one of these. It says, what's the deal? Phil Hendry has turned into Rush Limbaugh Jr.
Are you sure?
P.S. Keep being the voice of reason on the war, it says. Which leads us to today's poll, but let's give the results of yesterday's first, okay? We don't want to get ahead of ourselves, do we? Well, we have to because it's Wednesday.
Yeah, let's get ahead of ourselves. Let's put the cart before the horse.
It's Wednesday. Well, we're going to play a lot of carts or something like that. Because it's noon to 1 comedy hour Wednesday, hump day.
Tee-hee.
Yeah, we like that a lot. 1,218 votes on the poll yesterday, and we still are waiting for the first call to explain to us how the Lord permits all of this carnage, all of this killing, and we hate to break the bad news to you, but it was a U.S. bomb in that market in Baghdad a few days ago that we were denying. Marketplace deaths were caused by a U.S. missile, one of the bedtime stories on our website today on neilrogers.com, identified by the remains of its serial numbers, no less, so there can be no doubt about it.
But we're doing this to save lives.
I see. So our question in regard to that is all of these innocent men, women, and children who are dying, plus, of course, the troops themselves. How does God rationalize? Oh, by the way, there's that young girl being rescued on a stretcher again, just in case you missed it.
That she was safely taken out.
I mean, seriously, the media is sick. These are crazy people. And I begin to understand more than ever before how it's almost impossible for the average schmuck out there to view all of these things, to live through this experience, and not be just swept away with the propaganda, because that's all they inundate you with round the clock, 25 hours a day, non-stop propaganda. On and on it goes. As a matter of fact, MSNBC got so carried away, it said Iraqi Republican Guard destroyed. And then they finally put on there 1 unit of the Republican Guard's been destroyed, which is, that's fine, but a little bit of an error there, just getting, again, the cart before the horse deal again. Anyway, we asked yesterday, how does religion permit the carnage of the war in Iraq? And your responses were, out of over 1,200, religious fanaticism is at the root of most of the problem. 638. Over 52% said that. Religious nuts. Like that. God doesn't care. He's busy with ball games. 214 people said that. Even the Lord loves Neil Rogers. 178 people were perspicacious enough to know that.
I know that the Lord even loves Neil Rogers.
It doesn't. The Ten Commandments say thou shalt not kill. 108 people said that. It's self-defense, so God will allow it, 45, and God wants us to kill our enemies, 35. You add those last two together, it's only 6.4%, even with the alleged freeping that was going on.
You must not have a lot of Bible readers.
Jeepers creepers, couldn't have been too many freepers, you know what?
The Steve Kane freepers?
All 10 of them. Oh, speaking of that, here's our poll today. Let's hop right on it. Which broadcaster has been most disappointing to you on the war in Iraq? Let's see, I got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That's a nice number. I may have left somebody out. Neil Rogers, Rush Limbaugh, Phil Hendry, Howard Stern, Dr. Laura, Randy Rhodes, Steve Mr. Ego Kane, Peter Arnett, Bill O'Reilly, or Mo Howard David. What? Well, you don't want to leave him out of there. He'll feel,
no, we can't. We
want
to get over
unloved.
1,000.
I didn't get a chance to bond with Mo this morning. I feel bad about that.
Maybe that's why you didn't get your promo.
I thought yesterday we were like, no, I didn't get no promo yesterday either. I don't think. Oh, they were busy talking about those baseball tapes, I guess. I got news for you, Mr. Mo. When it comes to play-by-play sports, I could run rings around you, okay?
Not at football, mister.
Yeah, at any sport. Run rings around your old gnarly ass. But that's beside the point. He's got an ego problem with that now. He's afraid that maybe I actually did do a good job on baseball. No, that would disturb him greatly. And, after that bonding yesterday, and I looked in there this morning a couple of times, of course, no response, but I looked in there as I walked by, and I really can't, as I was in taking a leak the last time, my second leak of the morning, I came to one conclusion. I'm not an evil person, an evildoer. I don't wish people physical harm, but in his case, I really would dance on his grave. That thought, that just came to my mind. I would be delighted to dance on his grave.
Just dance?
Yeah. Kazatsky.
Okay.
I would do the twist. I would do whatever, tango, the last tango in Cemetery Village.
That's a good idea. Musical tombstone.
Yeah, musical tombstone for Mo. I would dance on his grave. That's the degree to which I find just nothing but contempt for the subhuman scumbag with bad varicose veins.
Would you pee on it?
I would pee on his grave. No, I would even go beyond that. I'd pitch a loaf like that broad said. I'd pitch a gigantic loaf on his grave.
Oh.
Give him something to remember me by. The aroma of success at QAM. In response to the tremendous job he's done of giving us this great lead-in for a little over a year now. It's, in fact, look at the phone there, huh?
You might have to have
the sounds of silence. Every time I go by there in the morning now, I look, there's that phone in the bullpen that sits there so you can get a pretty good grasp on what kind of response is going on, and there's nothing on it. There's not a trickle except for Larry. We have a new chronic caller on the morning show, by the way, now. His name is Larry. Replacing, I guess, baseball stuttering Steve, Spastic Steve, who used to call every morning last year. Maybe Steve passed on to that big bullpen in the sky. Maybe that's what it was. But there's absolutely nothing going on in there. Now, you're actually answering the phone today? Why are you doing that?
Oh, no.
We had such tremendous success yesterday without you doing that, and you actually put one on hold here, which I think is, you'll watch and see what it's going to be now that you messed with it.
Well, it's line 6.
WQAM.
Door.
Have a safe ride home to Boca, Mo. Wouldn't you think he had 3 hours this morning would have been enough for his material? Wouldn't you have thought so?
Yes.
Evidently, this Glenn Gavin is the new TV critic for the Herald. Several letters to the editor, most of them very critical of him. I guess and I didn't see the original article, thank goodness. See, there is no TV or radio critic for either newspaper now. Kevin Baxter, he's a sports dude now. Tom Jicka, he just writes stuff about network TV shows.
Well, there's no local radio really to talk about.
In English.
Right. With the notable
But at any rate,
exception.
so Glenn Garvin evidently ripped off the people who are speaking out against the war. And there are several letters. I might actually get to those momentarily about ripping a mask. Also, Pentagon says Fox agreed to oust Rivera. Well, isn't that nice of them? See, we really were wondering who it is that's calling the shots in this war. Is it the Pentagon or is it the networks calling the shots, especially fascist Fox News Network? Associated Press reported yesterday, although Geraldo Rivera claimed reports of his demise were premature, the Pentagon said yesterday that Fox News Channel had agreed to remove him from his posting with U.S. troops in Iraq. Because evidently he gave the coordinates of where they were and located, did all of these things. And, grandstanding, which is his middle name. Get his ass out of there, okay? Send him back to do some more shows with that broad with a big penis.
Oh, that broad.
That broad. You know the one I'm talking about?
Is it
I'm
a
sure you
clitoris?
do. Huh?
Was it a clitoris?
See, there he goes again. We haven't even been on here 15 minutes, and right away, potty mouth George, starting it again.
Well,
I guarantee you,
term.
Donna Shillelagh ain't going to be too happy with you, and neither is Eddie Jones. Oh, you should have seen how red-pushed Jim Mandich was when he came in here yesterday and admitted, he admits it, he's honest. He said, I am a pussy. He'll suck up to those Dolphins. He wants that color job on those broadcasts. He doesn't care. And by the way, Mo, who the hell are you to be speaking for the Mad Dog? You hear that this morning about he will not appear at the draft show and he's not going to be there, and also he'll make damn sure that Mad Dog, who the hell is he to be speaking for the Mad Dog? Is he like his puppet?
Yes.
God almighty. And then to top things off and make it even worse, Robert plays a Mad Dog drop-in, the one where he says about Mandich.
Howard David's bitch.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He plays that this morning. He should have played.
Howard David's a bitch.
See?
No, they wouldn't do that.
12 minutes after 9 at 560 WQM. Happy Wednesday to you. It's hump day. We got that big noon to 1 comedy hour today. Oh! We're going to try to keep it light. We're going to talk a lot about that 19-year-old American soldieress who was rescued. Thank the Lord. We're going to show you that videotape over and over and over again until you got that sand coming out of your ass. Right?
We'll show the video on radio.
There you go. Hey, listen, if you find yourself in a dead-end job like Todd Dreck, don't stick around in it. In fact, Todd, don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out. You schmuck, you. Well, I tell you, I'm bitter. You know, just being back here this many days, I'm bitter with Mo. I'm bitter with Todd Dreck. I'm bitter with these salespeople coming in here. Oh, can we have some food? Again this morning, can we have some food brought in for you? No. What word?
No.
Didn't you understand? No.
No.
Yet.
No.
Nine.
No.
Nay.
No.
Anyway, if you're in a dead-end job, get out of here. I'm serious. Don't come in here again. Do not come in here. Did you see, he thinks it's a big joke. Did you see who that was?
Hiya, Pally!
Do not come in here. It's not funny. I don't want to see you. I don't want to smell you. I don't want to know from you. Just stay the hell away, okay? You're an idiot. You're a lunatic. You're a suicidal maniac. I'm not going to join you jumping over the cliff, okay? I'm not going to hold your big, fat, pudgy hand and join over the cliff and kill myself on your goddamn food. You crazy, fat person, you. In fact, I might just say fat and then and then dump myself. Yeah, fat. Anyway, if you're in a dead-end job, like Jeff High, he's in a dead job, or will be soon. Call our friends at Fast Train, get trained, get a computer career, and start making a big fat paycheck. Speaking of fat boy, big fat. Call 1-866-FAST-TRAIN. That's correct. No excuse anymore because they got locations all over town. There's bound to be one nearby you. They're in Miami, they're in Kendall, Pembroke Pines, Fort Lauderdale, and Fast Train also offers convenient day, evening, and weekend classes so they can fit you into your schedule and the other way around. Check them out on the web at fasttrain.com. Get out of your dead-end job, quit working for some moron, and get you trained in a great computer career. The demand is higher than ever before. And don't forget to register at fasttrain.com to get you your free American flag bumper sticker. Call our good friends today at Fast Train at 1-866-FAST-TRAIN. And don't forget, tell them that Todd Dreck and Fat Boy told you to call.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
560 WQAM presents Mo Howard David in A Bridge Too Far.
All right, you bugs, now listen up. I got orders to blow up a bridge, see? And that's just what we're gonna do.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
Okay, now look at this map here.
This map here?
Yeah. Now, this map here...
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay, Geldy, Zach, I want you to rendezvous at the base of the bridge over there at the 0900. You got that?
What's the name of the bridge, Mo?
It's at the the Julia Tuttle.
Well, what do they want to blow that up for?
'Cause we're arrogant Americans, you stupid freak.
No!
Yeah, but wait a minute, Mo. That bridge is too far.
He's right, Mo. We're here, and they're there.
What are you, a bunch of sissies?
No!
What, do you want to bang my sister?
Sure. Yeah. No, Mo.
Why, you insubordinate bunghole. I oughta...
Look, Mo. Here's Jamie Farr. He'll tell you.
Hey, how you doing? You like my new paisley dress?
What are you, some kind of transmission or something?
Nah, I'm just trying to get a Section 8. But since you ain't going to the bridge, you know you got nice shoulders. Hey, bend over. Come here.
I ain't bending over.
Come on. For you. I got something for you over here.
I'll have you court-martialed for this.
Yeah. Marshal this. Here. You like that, huh? One more. Yeah.
Hey, you're pretty good at this.
Really? Thanks.
Yeah.
Hey, now it's just my nose. Now put your ankles up here.
Okay. Oh.
That's a good
What
girl.
the hell? We're out in the open here. I love the smell of KY in the morning. Make me a woman.
And a tight kitty.
Thank you.
Gang rape is funny.
9:18 at 560 WQAM. Happy Wednesday to you. 34 votes on a poll in only a matter of seconds. How do you like that? Which broadcaster has been most disappointing to you on the war in Iraq? Phil Henry has got 13.
Yeah, but wait a second.
Mo Howard David has got 6. Howard Sperm's got 6. Peter Arnett 4. Won't hear him no more. Neil Rogers 2. Randy Rhodes has got a pair. Rush Limbaugh's got 1. Dr. Laura, Mr. Ego, and Bill O'Reilly. Small potatoes. None of those 3 have any. They have none. They have 0. By the way, is Screw-Ann sobered up yet?
No.
Slap her across the puss a couple of times. That might do it. Yeah, Duff said he went back there to tell her about no more food in this damn place while I'm here, and she just passed out under the goddamn desk, is what he said. Unconscious. WQAM. Now, wait a minute. What the hell was that? Was that me doing that?
Yeah.
QAM, hello.
Yeah. You haven't talked this morning so far about the big news in Iraq.
The big news? Oh, you mean about that girl they rescued?
No. Geraldo.
Yes, I did.
Oh, you did?
That Fox News agreed to remove him because Fox News is calling the shots, I guess.
Oh, so they did remove him?
Well, they say they're going to, but he's slow to move, you know. He says he'll leave when he's good and ready.
Oh, boy, it takes Geraldo to go over there and get kicked out like that. I mean,
the real asshole. Okay, thanks. At least he's consistent. How come we missed that big story, George? Listen, cut the guy a little slack. He didn't tune in right at 9 o'clock, which is shame on you, sir. We need this audience, just like I told you before. We need a gigantic month, man. We need March, April, June, Julio. That's right.
What'd you call me?
We need loyalty. We need this big, because we're up against it, you know, and of course, que sera, sera. If it don't happen, it don't happen, but whatever. I'm just telling you what we need, because we're up against the mainstream there. We're swimming upstream, because these are not the things you're supposed to be saying, in the public, even though a lot of people are saying it in private. You just don't come on here, especially during a time of war, which I don't understand that.
Right.
I mean, weren't the protesters protesting while the Vietnamese war was going on?
Yeah.
Last time I checked, yes, and it turned out they were absolutely correct.
Didn't they have a lot to do with the ending of
That is
thereof?
absolutely correct, because their numbers grew and grew as the grotesque slaughter continued, and we continued being lied to day after day, night after night, with all these briefings where they only tell you the supposed good news.
And the slaughter would have continued if not for the
slaughter.
protesters.
I think the Vietnam War would still be going on if it weren't for the goddamn protesters. But boy, did they take some crap, and then the troops came home and they took the crap.
Mm-hmm.
So the public just dished out a bunch of crap, which is what the Vietnam War, of course, was, and anybody who was there knows exactly what I'm talking about. And what's going on right now is also a bunch of crap. For example, that story about charging for the water, that's just unbelievable.
Yeah, but it's the Iraqis.
Yeah.
Our soldiers get
This
plenty.
is in Qasr in southern Iraq. The U.S. military came up with a solution yesterday for the penniless people of this port town begging for water. Sell it. Despite general mayhem at distribution points, including knife fights, the Army has struck a hasty agreement with local Iraqis to expedite distribution of water to the roughly 40,000 people living in Qasr. Under the deal, the military will provide water free to locals with access to tanker trucks, who then will be allowed to sell the water for a reasonable fee. Like you said, It's the old roach coach. The roach coaches are out there. They got sandwiches.
Falafels.
Falafel. And water. Wasser. We're permitting them to charge a small fee for water, said Army Colonel David Bassert. You bastard. This provides them with an incentive to hustle and work, he said, and assistance. Yeah, we're teaching them the American work ethic.
That's like the trickle-down system. There isn't enough incentive to be rich.
And maybe if they work hard enough, they can go to work for Halliburton eventually. He said he could not suggest what constitutes a reasonable fee and did not know what the truckers were charging. You truckers! He said the tradition here of haggling at markets would help the system work. Another Monty Python deal.
Yeah.
He was haggling.
I didn't know. How much for the gourd?
Oh!
What's wrong with it?
People know when they're being gouged. We'll deal with it, Bastard said. Yeah. But the population badly in need of water, food, and medical supplies, the arrangement drew its share of critics. Several Iraqi Americans originally from this region who are working as interpreters and guides with the U.S. military were incensed at what they consider an attempt to jumpstart a free market economy during a crisis. This is bullshit. This is in the New York Daily News. Well, they have a line drawn there, but this is bullshit, said an Iraqi American who asked to be identified only as Ahmed. They're selling water, and this is crazy. Nobody has any money. Nobody knows what money to use. Iraqi money, American money, nobody knows. A British military spokesman angrily objected to the water deal. The British control the city of Qasr while the Americans are in charge of the port. We're not going to have to be charging for water. What kind of an aid plan would that be? These people don't even have shoes, the spokesman said. Ahmed and the others said they had seen fights with fists and knives among desperate locals trying to get water from the truckers. How do you like that? You're starving? You want water? We'll sell it to you. We'll set up a bunch of roach coaches and we'll sell it to you. To the highest bidder. Let's haggle about it. Yeah, while your kids are dying from some grotesque disease and can't get any medicine, and while your family is starving to death, let's haggle over how much you're going to pay for the water. Oh, Duff just came in. He said Screw Ann is still passed out under her desk.
Hallett.
I beg your pardon?
Hallett Pontiac copy.
Great. Well, bring it right on in. Don't just stand there and hold it up in the air, and the copy either, will you please? People are starting to talk. Go back there and kick her in the head a little bit. See if it'll revive that bitch. So here's some new copy. That's good. Getting copy in here. This place slowly but surely. You see, it took me being back here a few days to get these bastards off their ass again. Everything was on low-mo here. No-mo and low-mo. Slow-mo. Nothing going on. I come back here and have to kick a little crap out of these people to get them on the shtick again, you know? Especially that goddamn sales department. You want some food, Neil? No, thank you.
So how about some food?
Look at that pull, boy. That's pathetic.
Okay.
Which broadcaster has been most disappointed to you on the war in Iraq? 82 votes. Phil Henry, 28. Mo Howard David at 14. Peter Arnett, Neil Rogers, age 12. Howard Stern, 11. Randy Rhodes and Rush Limbaugh, 2. Dr. Laura's got one now. I bet it's a strap-on. Mr. Ego and Bill O'Reilly have the big.
Oh!
Kind of like their numbers in this market. Isn't that amazing? Bill O'Reilly, they made such a big simus of that. He's going to be on radio now. The O'Reilly Factor. No spin zone. And he doesn't even have like a point anything, you know, so what's the point? No, seriously, the people that want to hear Rush,
yeah,
they're listening to Rush. You know, he's giving us them all that propaganda. Oh, look at this. Cuban ferry hijacked international waters.
Continue to follow that.
I wonder what his name was.
Coming up at the top of the hour, we are going to hear from the parents of...
Cuban ferry hijacked international waters. If it's not a plane being hijacked, it's a ferry. I say let's forget about this Iraq thing. Let's bring everybody home who's still alive, and let's get after Castro. Yeah, then we can have some parades. You know, something we can all march together on that.
Sure.
Create a little unity in this community.
Get everything back the way it was before
Get that commie, pinko bastard son of a bitch. Build the casinos back up over there. You know something? I think... I could be just talking out of my ass as usual. I think that Jeb Bush is a Fidel sympathizer. You want to know why? Because the reason that they don't want casino gambling in Florida is because...
There you go.
Of the religious right. And if we get Castro out of there and we get freedom back in Cuba, then they'll rebuild all of those great casinos. It'll take all the tourism away, what little we have left in Florida. And they'll all go to Cuba.
Sure.
So that's one of the reasons you don't want Castro out of there.
Right. Because
Commie Pinko sympathizer, Jeb. That's what you sound like to me. I say let's fight our own goddamn war. Let's go down there and kick Castro's ass and show them the thing.
If he really cared about the exile community, for example, one phone call to his brother. It could be done this weekend.
That's right. In Ileana Gross, Rosanna Dan, instead of all this grandstanding she's doing.
Yeah.
Oh, we ought to preview that. Even though it's not the noon to 1 hour yet, we ought to preview this one.
I am Frau Ileana Ross-Leitman, and I like scrubbing my smelly gorilla ass with soap made from Jews and listening to the Neil Rohe Comunista Hour.
I might just play that endless loop until noon. That's just fantastic. Yeah, she ought to be doing something about that, right?
Sure.
Instead of screaming and yelling about Sodom. Or was it sodomy she was yelling about? I think that's what it was. Or was that Screw Ann yelling about that? That she liked it. 27 after 9 at 560 WQM. All you homeowners out there, you know, it's hotter than hell. In fact, it's going to be up in the mid-80s again all through the weekend. People want to go out and enjoy a nice swim in the pool. There's nothing worse than going outside to hop in the pool and looking in there and saying, holy crap, this is hopeless. The pool is stained, dirty, maybe cracking. Don't look at that ugly mess no more. Just say, no mo ugly pool. It's enough to make you flip your lid. Call our friends at Atlantic Marcite. These guys aren't pool guys out of a pickup truck who run a little cleaning service who haven't got an idea what they're doing. These are a real construction company who use full-time employees, not subcontractors. Atlantic Marcite specializes in the most incredible innovation to hit the pool business, Diamond Bright. Atlantic Marcite's been pouring it on for 12 years. They know how to do it. They're licensed. They're insured professionals. They even train other companies internationally how to do diamond brighting all over the world. And you'll get the same price they give to the contractors, which makes it absolutely an unbeatable combination. They service North Miami, Broward, and Palm Beach counties. Call Atlantic Marcite. They're the biggest installers of Diamond Bright in South Florida. I got Diamond Bright in my pool. It's a beautiful thing. They'll come to you, give you a free estimate with no obligation, and they'll also perform pool and deck renovations, custom lighting, pool heating, and exotic water features, too. For the very best, the most beautiful-looking pool you've ever seen in your life, call Atlantic Marcite, toll-free, 1-800-558-8883. 1-800-558-8883. Diamond Bright, do it right, because Diamond Bright is a pool's best friend.
Live and local. This is 560. The radio's all yours now. QAM.
Putting balls.
Donna, sha-la-la-la. Donna, sha-la-la. We're big sub-men in the Macho NFL. We saw a billboard sign today we don't like very well. We have balls is not the kind of that we'd like to see. Implying we have any balls misrepresents our team. And we want our name off of the sign. Yes, it isn't very nice, and so we want to verify the Dolphins have no balls. Sha-la-la-la, Donna, Donna, sha-la-la. That Ford Ho billboard sign said we've got balls. Donna, sha-la-la. Donna was horrified and so appalled.
Jim Mandich, I am a pussy.
Oh, many, many lifeless hurricane fans will now be checking inside their pants. Do I have to? Or am I smooth? Take down that sign, they're lying. Dolphins don't have any balls.
Oh, my God.
That's why they slap each other's cheeks. No balls on our team.
It's 9:32 at 560. WQM, did you hear that cute organ there at the end? That was interesting.
Was it an organ?
Nothing like a cute organ. Here's a fax that says, speaking of our pool, let's take a look at this pool. I think we're getting a resounding response today. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. 117 votes already in about 20 minutes. You understand? You following that?
No.
We asked which of these broadcasters has been most disappointing to you on the war in Iraq. Now, of course, the people who think that I should be here sucking Bush's butt and goose-stepping along. Well, no, I mean, that's why I put myself on there. I'm not one of these people that like, just like the thing with the billboards. We put them all on there on our website. We didn't just put our own stuff on there to pat ourselves on the back. We said, hey, look at that. There's Moe's, the one with a little wig hanging over the top. In fact, the rumor I'm hearing is we're going to replace the Dolphin and the Hurricanes logos on that We Got Balls with two of Moe's pieces. He graciously loaned them to the promotion department, to his good friend Doreen, so that he could hang here on the billboard where those logos used to be. 117 votes. Most disappointing to you on the war in Iraq. Phil Henry, 35. Mo Howard David at 21. Neil Rogers, 19.
Oh, God.
Which I'm very proud of. Peter Arnett, 16. Howard Stern, 16. And, of course, he's still on the air, so that number may increase. Rush Limbaugh, 6. Randy Rhodes a pair. Bill O'Reilly and Dr. Laura have 1. And Mr. Ego, Steve. You don't have any votes, Steve. You better start freeping, you creeping. No votes for Mr. Ego. Of course, like I said yesterday, he has nobody in his audience under the age of 100, so how the hell would they have a computer, you know? Not too many 95-year-olds on the Internet.
No, not too many.
In fact, that would be a great poll question. How old are you and how long have you had a computer? So then the people who are like over the age of 100 can't respond to it. At any rate, here's the facts. Oh, well, that's a point.
Right.
We have these polls. Like Rumsfeld said, it's only a little slice He keeps saying that about the war. You're only seeing a little slice.
A slice?
Rummy Rumsfeld. You know Hermann Goering Jr.?
Yeah.
The fact says, Phil Henry has been the most disappointing because I thought he was above all the flag-waving nonsense. I tuned in last night and he's still doing all war talk and reading bedtime stories. Oh! Weren't there people giving me a bunch of crap for doing that last 7 months, huh? Or whenever the hell I was doing it?
Yeah, lots.
Yeah, lots of people. Oh, you're sitting there reading on the air. How come we don't see a story about that in the Sun Sentinel, Tom Jicka? You jackass, you little bald-headed geek who writes a bunch of goddamn generic stories about TV network shows, and that's all he writes about. Those stories could come from some, service in Chicago or somewhere.
Right.
Who the hell gives a crap about that? Well, Neil is out of touch with the community. How will he be able to touch this? Touch my ass with your nose, okay, Tom, you silly person, you. God, is he pathetic. Anyway, doing all war talk and reading bedtime stories, no characters unless it's to mock people with anti-war opinions. Now we know his true colors. When he was in Miami, he was liberal because he was sucking up to you. Now he's conservative because it's convenient, and because he's working for Cheap Channel, by the way, Premier. Clear Channel owns it. In a way, he's worse than Lard Ass and his ilk because he's a shill for just the right price. At least Lard Ass is consistent, I'll say that for him, okay?
Yeah.
He's not all of a sudden going to become a liberal next week because it's expedient. It says you used the right word to describe him yesterday, rat. Rat. R-A-T, rat.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm positive. You can smell it. You can smell a rat. He's one of the few people I ever worked with who was uglier than I am, by the way. Am I right?
No, frog face.
Oh, man, he's an ugly guy. But, I mean, that doesn't mean he's got a face for radio. That's okay. I don't begrudge him. But the fact that just shocked. I haven't heard 1 second of it, and I will not tune it in. Plus, I hear he's doing 6 hours a night now. Is that correct? Well, why is that? 6 hours? Who the hell does a 6-hour talk show?
Him.
Yeah, but wait a second.
WQAM.
Hey, can I speak to Neil?
Speaking, sir.
Hey, Neil. Hey, Phil he's been doing characters. I mean, it's kind of like he'll do an hour of characters, and then maybe he'll get into the war talk. I only generally hear him from time to time, but
yeah.
And then I guess just depends on his frame of mind. But it's not like he's just doing all war. But he has a tendency. He kind of did the same thing after 9/11. Just started getting into a little bit serious, but over the last couple of nights he has started doing characters.
Yeah, but he's become a right-winger now? He's become a bush-looking goose-stepper?
He's, he went on the air and said he had voted for Gore, and he still, went that way, but now he just thinks that Saddam needs to be hauled out of there, and that's that. So, I mean, he's nowhere near a bush goose-stepper. These people are just stirring the crap.
That's not what Carlos is saying. He's shaking his head in the other room. Carlos listens. He monitors it.
Carl, if he's listening longer than I would defer to his expertise, but he has.
Well, he's an expert when it comes to shills, man. He knows what it's all about.
Hey, was there any talk up there, and did you see the story?
When it comes to butt licking, he knows it.
The Toronto Star yesterday about the guy that said, "Hey, Bud, this ain't America," and he was complaining about the Canadian baseball teams having to sing "God Bless America" during the.
I watched that, the seventh inning stretch the other night at the Sky Dome, and quite frankly, they were. In fact, during the American national anthem, they were cheering and everything. When they ended "God Bless America," there was a mixture of cheering and boos.
Right, I saw the game. I saw the Yankee game.
And I would say it is totally inappropriate. I mean, talk about over the top. Why in the world do they have to do? They played both national anthems at the beginning. Everybody applauded. They cheered. They were happy. It was great. Right. And then they have to do "God Bless America" in Canada. What's that all about?
I guess Bud said it has to be done on opening night, and it has to be done on Sundays and on holidays.
Well, one thing about Bud, he's consistent.
He's an asshole.
Yeah.
This was in the Star yesterday. A guy named Garth Woolsey did a column.
Right.
And there was people were been talking. I just heard some crap about it. So
well, he better stay out of Toronto, old Bud Lighter. We'll give him that SARS if he don't watch it.
And finally, on Howard's show, they're doing a different version of Sofa King.
Yeah.
He's making such a big deal about, this is so great, it's so funny. The people keep calling you, can you play the Sofa King?
So in other words, he stole it from Bob Wolf and from us, which we've been playing it for years, and now it's like a big deal. What a bunch of suckers,
Yeah, I was
man.
wondering who. I didn't know if it was a Don and Mike or Bob and Tom or whoever, but it's a different version. It's not like with the guys laughing in the background or whatever. It's yours is still better because it's the original.
Yeah, but he still stole the idea.
Absolutely, yeah. I was just thinking that was some kind of copyright.
I always knew he had something in common with Castronova. Okay, thanks for the good news.
Thanks, Neil.
Okay, there's a guy who's giving us that's great. That was a good call. The whole rundown, although Carlos says he's not accurate. He said Phil has just become a rambling. Well, here's another fact that says I voted for Phil Henry because he's really the only one who's disappointing. Howard Stern is an idiot. It says I like his show, but how hard is it to have lesbians kissing? It doesn't take a genius. The others are about what you'd expect them to be. I guess that is just my take. How would you like a porn video of Greg Reed going at it with Mo? Says John in Vegas.
What, he's got a copy?
Evidently. Screw Ann was the referee is what I'm hearing. She was in the middle.
Roy!
And Duff, by the way, says he still can't revive her back there. He's used the smelling salts.
Well, not him.
He slapped her in the puss a couple of times, and she's still, like, passed out drunk under the desk from Monday night's game. And here it is Wednesday.
He doesn't have what it takes to
revive her.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what we got. There you go. Where is it? Somebody stole my device.
Oh, it's if it's anywhere, it's in the box.
Oh my God! No, I think it's in maybe it's in her
office.
Orifice. 20 till 10. By the way, thanks for faxing me these stories that I already have, which I appreciate this stuff. But and they have no way of knowing. They mean well. But the next thing I have on my pile here was McDonald's and which is a horrible story, by the way. McDeath. I got
about
that. Thank you already. And then the California Diocese, who's the Boston Archdiocese. See, maybe if you look on our website, do we have any of the bedtime stories up yet? Yeah, we do. And then you see that they're already on the website. Then it will save you from the effort of faxing us stuff that we already got. Not that I'm ungrateful. I appreciate it very, very much. You know what I'm saying? But now that I spent all of this money of my own choosing for this nice computer, and we have this lightning-fast Internet connection, George wants to apologize to Spiro Canton and the people at Bell South.
They still suck.
See what I mean? Hard-ass spick. 5670560. We're doing screenless today. We're taking a very important poll. Let's see, I've moved into second place. That's good. I'm very pleased. 161 votes. Which broadcaster has been most disappointing to you on the war in Iraq? Phil Henry, 48. Neil Rogers, 28. Mo Howard David's on our ass with 26. Howard Stern, 22. Peter Arnett, 20. You know, Peter Arnett. I didn't say too much about that the other day, and then I realized I'd forgotten because Mad Dog did ask me about that, about my take. Peter Arnett is an outstanding reporter, but he has a penchant for always doing the wrong thing. Yes. Like in Gulf War I, the baby milk factory, right. He was the one behind that. I mean, you'd have to be a moron in a cardboard handmade sign in English, baby milk factory, and he's on there. Oh, come on, Peter. So, in other words, this is a guy who goes along and does a fine job, and then all of a sudden, it's like a horse that's got a 5-length lead in the stretch. In every race, he lays down before the finish line. He just lays down on the track, you know?
Right.
Toulouse tracks. So I don't have any sympathy for Peter Arnett, to be honest with you. He just always manages to do the wrong thing. Kind of like our sales department. 18 till 10 at 560. Kind of like Fat Boy, always manages to do the wrong thing. Speaking of fat, Delights of West Boca can help you slim down. You don't have to want to be walking around like a big tub like Jeff High. I mean, he's disgusting. He's grotesque. Little children run like hell when they see him coming. Slim down with over 700. In fact, over at Treasure Island, I hear that people run when they see him. They can help you slim down. They've got over 700 low-carbohydrate, sugar-free products at Delights, whether it's the #1 Atkins diet or any low-carb, sugar-free diet you may be dealing with. Delights of West Boca is your low-carb superstore, an entire store dedicated to giving you all kinds of great, tasty things. Delights has got some brand-new stuff, too, like chocolate. What is it? Chocolate cupcakes and brownies by Control Carb, which I noticed Troy brought in here yesterday. Were they pretty good?
Oh, I don't know.
And they have only one of it. Well, I can't eat that stuff because I have irritable bowel. For anybody who doesn't have IBS, they eat it. It's delicious, and it tides them over. It's a nice, sweet taste. I just can't touch it because it just, blows me up right to the bowl. With only one effective carbohydrate per serving in these new chocolate cupcakes and brownies over at Delights. And don't forget Delights' incredible selection of low-carb pastas, sauces, dressings, cheesecakes, all kinds of other good stuff. Chocolates, their famous soft-serve Carbolite ice cream. Remember, at Delights of West Boca, all Atkins brands products are 25% off all day, every day. Stop by, talk to their knowledgeable staff who knows dieting inside and out, and you'll see why I've been telling you about this incredible store for over 3 years now. They're open every day, 10 till 10. You'll find them in the northeast corner of Glades and 441, right next to Boston Market. Call them toll-free at 1-877-LOW-CARB, or shop them on the web if you like at lowcarb.com. So if you're sick and tired of going into the supermarket and being frustrated because you can't find the low-carb, sugar-free products you're looking for, here's an entire store dedicated to you, Delights of West Boca, your official Atkins retail center.
We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
My boots.
Always got a hot-looking wife is what we're hearing Dave Van Boring. Worst hairpiece than Mo. That's what Greg Reed reported to us. Worst in the universe. Remember when Phil used to be good?
I'm Aaron Summers. You know what? You got me talking on the passion phone. Tell me the story about how you got blown. I got you down. Yeah. Holy cow. Ho, ho. I'll tell you once more before I hang up the phone. I got you down.
Are you sure?
The lines are jammed up. Yeah, there isn't a doubt. Call up and tell me what it's all about. I got you down. Yeah. Holy cow. I'll tell you once more before I hang up the phone. I got you down. 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 Here on the show, there's a new topic each night. Who'd you have sex with a black or with a white? I got you down. Yeah. Holy cow. Roar! I'll tell you once more before I hang up the phone. I got you down.
Remember those good old days? Boy, we sure do. Those were great days, man, when Phil was funny and he was a friend of ours and everything was wonderful and, you know?
Yeah.
Birds were singing.
I remember.
Bob Green was running around. You were taking him to the strip joints, swing clubs. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. But things have changed, man. And, of course, there are some corporate lickers who feel that they have to, like, goose step in a line in order to maintain whatever their jobs or their credibility, whatever, what have you. See, if I jumped on that bandwagon, I would lose whatever little credibility I got left even working in this place. I would. Because everybody would know I don't believe it. I mean, Gulf War I, I was all for it.
Sure. He attacked
He attacked Kuwait. He invaded, even though we winked at him and said, hey, go ahead. But nevertheless, he invaded Kuwait. And we went in there and we got his ass up. But then, of course, a lot of us even at that point wondered, well, how come if he's so bad and if he's like Hitler #2, how come we walked away and we left him there?
Right.
Huh?
Right.
If he's such a threat to the entire world, and that was like 12 years ago, and has he invaded anybody since then?
No.
No.
But 9/11, Neil,
yeah,
he
right.
could
Did he
sell.
have anything to do with 9/11? No.
But he could sell
I see.
stuff he might have to somebody that might have a
Which
problem.
broadcaster's been most disappointing to you on the war in Iraq? Oh, how come I didn't put you on there? I knew I left somebody off of there. Let's put George Rodriguez on there.
And now with the late
Come
start.
on, Eric, get George on there with a late start. You can run fast.
Sure.
You can catch up to a lot of old farts like us. George Rodriguez goes on there right away. Phil Henry's got 54 votes, most disappointing with his comments on the war. I'm second, tied with Mo Howard David at 32. See, after we bonded yesterday, Mo and I, we're tight. 33 apiece. And you double that and you got his age. No, he's a lot older than that. Howard Stern, 30. He's right on our ass. Peter Arnett, 21. Rush Limbaugh's got 10. Oh, I don't understand that. I put him on there because obviously there are people, but why would they be disappointed with
For the same reason that they do everything wrong all the time. Like when we're poll building and they don't answer the question. They don't read the question. They don't understand
the question?
They think the question is, who do you hate?
I mean, his response on the war is exactly, I think, what you'd expect it to be.
Exactly.
He's goose-stepping.
But they're not reading the question.
Randy Rhodes, 6. Bill O'Reilly, 4. Dr. Laura, 4. And guess who still got the big... Oh! How do you like that? I can't believe that. Not one? Even with that desperate freeping and creeping and stuff that we got the report on yesterday?
Just tell me what your problem is.
Wow.
You realize more people just heard his voice right now than
hear him in 2 years put together over there. That's correct. Yeah, I will tip my hat to him on one thing, even though he's a real scumbag, low-life, homophobic jackass, suddenly a born-again right-wing, phony body parts. But I will say this, for a guy that never had any numbers on any station in this market, he certainly has survived, you know what?
Sure.
He's got 8,000 different sponsors, you know?
He's an inspiration.
Dollar a holler on a Phantom station, and he's still survived after all these years with his baseball card shows, etc.
Dollar a holler.
Yeah, that's what I just said. But the fact is, even during our glory days at W. Snooze, even during those wonderful, glorious days when Jerry Williams was there, and he never had any numbers. In fact, the joke was he had a 3-point in the afternoon, an afternoon drive. And during a book when the rest of us had these gigantic numbers, he had nothing.
Even on IOD when he followed you?
The first book. But that was just a slop-over.
Right.
And then after they heard the contrived controversy for a couple of months, they all kind of ran away real fast.
My very first daytime training session, I got to sit there while he and Nick Lawrence would discuss which position Steve should take based on what's going to get people most
Now let me ask you this, who was picking what out of whose hair during that show? You know, you're not a bad
69.
guy, Nick, but to be an underling all your life like that, and of course little Brian
Craig, this is Brian Craig, I'm a radio announcer, and I wanted to say just whatever Steve said, echo, ditto, 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 echo, ditto, ditto, whatever Steve said. And by the way, Norma wasn't too bad.
He has a wife, you know.
Yeah. Who's he kidding? You're not kidding me, Brian. I'll tell you one thing, he sure used to look pretty damn good. But anyway, that's what Norm said. Jessica Lynch was saved, by the way. She was rescued. Let's talk about 19-year-old Jessica Lynch.
Thank God.
That's correct. She was rescued last night, and we've seen and heard about it until Jessica's coming out of our earlobes. We're delighted that she's too... Top management also said the Oak Brook, Illinois company would reduce the number of restaurants slated for re-imaging, a process where restaurants are remodeled or built. More sugar in the buns to better caramelize when they're being heated. So they look like real toasty and then just load it with sugar when you're like dying over there, okay? Keep your kids away from McDonald's. They're going to have diabetes, okay? Keep them out of there. You crazy people. 5670560. I thought we'd get a lot of calls today.
About 30, man.
But doing Screamless, and there's only one line ringing.
And you know who that is.
I do?
Yeah.
WQAM.
Yeah, Neil, please.
Yes, sir.
Is this Neil?
Speaking.
Oh, hi, Neil. Sorry.
I was wrong.
Got a funny story for you, Neil,
As
about, you know how you have those books on your website that you say, hey, these are good books, let's go
Yeah.
read them. I wanted to go buy the Michael Moore book, All Stupid White Men.
Uh-huh.
And I went to the Barnes & Noble where I had seen it on display, when you walk in all those big tables there and they had it right there. So I went last week to say, I'm going to finally go get it. It kind of reminded me when I saw it on your website.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to Barnes & Noble, and I couldn't find it. It wasn't on display anymore. So I went to the counter where they have the help desk, and I said, I'm looking for the book by Michael Moore. So I'm on the Neil Rogers website. He's like, we've removed that book. I'm like, well, where'd you put it? He's like, well, we've removed it. It's in the back room. If you want one, I can go get it. I'm like, well, why is it on display? He's like, well, from the comments he made on the Emmys. I'm like, what does that have to do with his book?
Well, you talk about stupid. First of all, it wasn't the Emmys, it was the Oscars. That's number one. And number two, the fact that he had all of that press and the publicity would increase the sale of the book by a zillion. I thought they were in the book-selling business, not in the goddamn editorializing business.
That's what
Where
I
was this,
thought.
Barnes & Noble?
Barnes & Noble.
Always like Borders a lot, you know what?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Borders is the way to go, man. Hey, great show, Neil. Keep it up, George. You rock, dude.
Thanks a lot.
See you, man.
How do you like that? They stuck it in the back because his... See, this is what America's coming to, man. You people think I'm exaggerating or going overboard. I'm not. You have to be politically correct, and if you dare open up a mouth and it's not goose-stepping the company line, you got real tourists, man. What kind of a country is that? What kind of society is it that you people want to live in, those of you bushlickers out there?
My discount card. Once a month, we
George
like
is just cutting
$100.
up his Barnes & Noble's discount card right now, right in front of me. Look at that. Let's hear it.
All right.
Just cut it up with those sharp scissors in there that couldn't cut a turd. But he just managed to do it anyway.
Nazis.
Oh.
Borders has CDs and everything. Anyway.
Borders, I mean, Barnes & Noble,
station.
I used to shop there a lot. I used to go over to the one in the fountain shop,
time.
because they do have a better selection
right
of
by the
books
house,
than
Oakwood.
But I wouldn't go there if they gave me the stuff for free anymore.
F&A.
They put it way in the back.
And their magazines are
because
like
they don't
2
like
months
the
old,
comment.
by the way.
They can go to hell, okay, Barnes & Noble. We hate you like poison. How do you like that? To you. Okay? I wish you had told me which one. Here's a fax that says the worst and... He says, Carlos is absolutely correct, sir.
Absolutely correct, sir.
The worst and scary part is the smug tone of Phil's virulent warmongering talk and the total condescension with which he dismisses any dissenting opinion. What little those Uber screeners let through is disappointing at best, vomit-inducing at worst. Vomit-inducing. How do you like that? I'm leaving for Berlin later today, hopefully coming back. No SARS there yet, is there? No. Pray for me. George remains cool, and Carlos is a fantastic addition to the show. He is? What's he doing?
Look, he's doing it right now.
He's sitting there with his thumb up in the air for himself. Yeah, we'll tell you where to stick that thumb.
Rectum.
In fact, don't waste it now, because I think Clarence will be in a little while. Well, after the experience with the Beast, he likes that feeling of fullness, you know.
No, we do have those food handling gloves over there.
9:57 at 560 WQM. If your carpets are schmutzy, man, if they're like full of crap, if they got all kinds of stuff in them and on them, if they don't even smell too good, it's time to do something about it. And you know what you do? You do the smart thing. Call my good buddies at Dry Concepts. Not only have I used them over 20 years, but all of my relatives, even my picky mother, uses Dry Concepts. We were talking about them just the other day. And she said, boy, they're really the best. They're wonderful. I said, yeah, just where's lunch and cut the crap. No, but seriously, she uses them and she loves them, and so will you too. Because they make your carpets look just like brand new. They charge you a very reasonable price, and not only as far as price being reasonable, but they give you a written guaranteed price up front before they start doing the work. So you don't have to worry at all about tack-ons, add-ons, scams, which are notorious in the carpet cleaning business. They dry clean the carpets, which sucks out even the deep down dirt in the fibers of your carpet, makes them look and smell and feel just like brand new. They smell lemony fresh. They're dry in a couple of hours, and you'll think a miracle was just performed on your floor. They also do a stupendous job of cleaning your upholstery and leather furniture, your expensive Oriental area rugs, too. Problems with pet odors, mildew odors caused by water damage? No problem for these folks. They'll work their magic on those as well and make them just like brand new. You owe it to yourself to try these folks just one time. If I can get you to do that, I'll have my job done, because you'll never call anybody else again. Toll free, call Dry Concepts at 1-800-248-5071. 1-800-248-5071, or if you want, you can log on to their website at dryconcepts.com and see what it's all about. Dry Concepts, clean today, entertain tonight.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Hate you. Not all mustards were created by Pax America. That's why you should try a brand you weren't told to hate.
Pardon me, but do you have Grey Poupon?
Poupon this!
That rules out Heinz, because they're German. And Goulin's, well, they're Jews.
Got your wee-wee right here.
I beg your pardon, sir.
You take your commie mustard and shove it up your ass, boy.
So, in view of the seething hatred you embrace, French's will now be called Freedom Mustard.
Carl?
Yes, Mr. President.
I love it when a plan comes together.
Freedom Mustard, for the great taste of hate.
10:02 at 560 WQM. Don't forget it's Wednesday. That means our all-comedy bit hour between noon and 1, to which we say, all right. Jim Manager 1 in the studio. I'll say it again. He admits he's a real pussy. He's scared crapless, man, to say anything about the Dolphin organization. But he admits it. 1 to 3 with a Mad Dog. Hank at Vegas again between 3 and 6:30. 6:30, it's the Marlins on deck. 7:05, Marlins and the Phillies at the PP Park up the street. Eddie K after the baseball game, and Joe and Mark overnight. How about those Panthers? Oh! Losing 3-0 in Washington last night. They couldn't score into the ocean, the Panthers. But the youngsters in the organization, the same old tired crap in the public, and David J. Neal writes that puff piece about Rick Dudley on Sunday, and the public is supposed to get all whipped up. Oh, they're going to be really great. Yeah. I'm trying to think the last time this team doesn't ever make the playoffs. The Panthers. They just, you just forget about it. They don't ever make the playoffs. They've made it, I think, once since they've been in a new building, which is now, I believe, this is the 6th season.
Okay, sure.
No, seriously, I think in the history of the team, the history of the franchise, they've made the playoffs 3 times. I could be wrong. There was the year they lost to the Rangers in 5 games, the year they got swept by the Devils, and then, of course, the year they had the big year and went to the finals. Those are the only 3 years I can remember the Panthers ever being in the playoffs. I could be wrong. You can correct me if I'm wrong. But, what's the point? What is the point? Put a product out there, okay? Quit belly aching and put a real product out there, not just a bunch of kids, some of whom are going to be very good someday, and of course by then you won't be able to afford to keep them. So it'll be more of the up-and-coming youngsters in the organization, It would be like us putting a bunch of kids on the air on a weekend on this. Oh, we do? Like the big... Oh, he ain't a kid. He's just incompetent. WQAM?
Yeah, Neil, please?
Yes, sir, speaking.
Oh, Neil.
Yes, I am.
I'm from Boca.
Well, nobody's perfect.
I picked that CD up. You and Hank got a CD out now?
Oh, it's Reverend Jones again. Oh, boy. Reverend Jones. One thing about me with him, I got him down to his science, You and Hank got a CD out now? It always starts with like a...
You're gay.
Yeah, question like that. Yes, Hank and I got to say, it's a real big fat one, by the way. Almost as fat as the number George is smoking in this other room right now.
You got a CD ass is what I've heard.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. Want to pick some?
No.
WQAM with
hey,
you.
Carlos.
Hello? Did I miss something there? I think you were talking. I heard like a click. WQAM.
Hey, Neil, good morning.
Yes, sir. Good morning. Buenos dias.
Austin, I do agree with you about everything, but about this war thing, I don't. But I want to bring something up. You mentioned that you said that Shalala doesn't want to do that balls poster, or she does?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, she does not. She doesn't want to be involved in that. She's appalled by it.
Right, but the comment you said was that she had never seen a pair, correct?
Right.
Remember, she stayed at Sister Jean's house when the Abuelas were here with Elian. So Sister Jean, I think, has a pair there, sir.
Okay, I retract my statement.
There you go.
Thank you. I stand corrected.
She borrowed them from Janet, I heard.
Janet's got a gigantic pair. And I think the 3 of them are kind of like Yeah, they pass them around like basketballs. 5670560 pound. No, seriously. I mean, Donna Shalala, of all people, and not only that, but of all people, all the things that she's been involved in, all of the causes she's been involved in, to get snookered in by wacky Jackie Thompson. Oh my God, Donna! Somebody ought to straighten that bitch out. Christ. Well, maybe he'll do it. On the war in Iraq. We're asking on NeilRogers.com today, getting a gigantic response, which indicates to me that there's some diddling going on. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The diddler.
Sure.
This is the kind of pool that he loves, or it, or them. 249 votes in about 40 minutes. Phil Henry 59, leading the way.
Are you sure?
Mo Howard David at 45. Neil Rogers 41, 16.4%. Howard Sperm 34. Peter Arnett 24. Rush Limbaugh 14. Bill O'Reilly 10. George Rodriguez, we just put you on there just moments ago, and already he's up to 9. Randy Rhodes has got 7.
Howard!
Dr. Roy 5, and the good news is Mr. Ego, he'd be so disappointed he's got 1.
Just wait till he gets his freepers on there.
I wonder if it's a real one, or if it's a transplant, but he's got 1. WQAM.
Yeah, what's up, Neil?
Yes, sir.
Hello, Neil?
Speaking, yes.
Oh, sorry, I didn't recognize your voice on the phone. I wanted to try to get to you yesterday. I'm tired of hearing people talk about if you're against the war, that means you're against the troops.
Mm-hmm. That's stupid.
It was the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And even you earlier said something about Phil Henry said he voted for Al Gore.
No, a caller said that. I didn't say that.
Right, but what I mean is you repeated it. You said even though I voted for Al Gore, I still support the troops, insinuating that if you're a Democrat and you're against the war, then you don't like the troops, which is just absolutely asinine. And,
correct.
And the thing about the French, about everybody hating the French, let me tell you one thing. They're getting their oil discounted 40% off wholesale from Saddam.
Mm-hmm.
If Bush was getting his oil discounted 40%, we would not be at war right now. You know how much money that would be in the United States, 40% off wholesale?
Right.
So we would be supporting, well, we already did support Saddam, but we wouldn't be over there blowing up their world.
Well, let's see. At $1.60 a gallon, 40% would be 64 cents.
Yeah.
So that would be
like
how
many million gallons a
96
day?
cents a gallon. I'll take it right now. I'll fill it up right now.
Yeah. But they would still be charging us $1.60 though.
Oh.
Of
But
course.
I thought they would be our buddies in that case.
No, that's the Bush liquor way. That's,
oh,
in other words,
okay.
Bush would be
like we're charging for the water in Iraq in Qasr. Okay, have a great day, pal.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you. Long-time listener since 1990 says, oh, wait till you hear this. You're going to be very distraught.
Okay.
Love to your show. I think what they mean is love your show. Well, I got emotional. But please kill the noon to 1 all bits hour.
No.
I tune in to listen to you, not some silly bits. I tune out every Wednesday at noon. I'd rather listen to Rush, as nauseating as he is. Because of work, I can't tune in until 10 a.m., so on Wednesdays, I only listen to 2 hours of your show. These bits aren't funny. You're funny.
You're right.
What? You're right what?
I'll be really distraught.
Distraught?
Distraught. And C-straught.
Yeah. C-SPAN?
See this?
Well, I will have to find out. I don't know. I thought we already did this and checked it out with the audience, and the majority of them thought it was a hoot. They enjoyed it. Nice. It comes on the middle of the week on a Wednesday on that hump day crap, which I hate that term, but it just seems like a natural, I don't know, like a little progression
Every
there.
once in a while I will run into
Especially
somebody.
during these depressing times. Look who's on there again, Jessica Lynch.
I give them great thanks.
There's her brother, Gregory. Ugly little kid. And Gregory's on, thank you very much for that heroic thing. Look, I don't want to demean her, the whole thing. I'm glad that she's safe and still alive, although she's got 3 broken limbs and shouldn't have been put in harm's way in the first place. But the fact of the matter is, all these puff pieces, this isn't war coverage. This is puff crap.
Yeah.
Like puff pastry, which I think the French make that, don't they?
They're going to dwell on this until some other little positive something or other happens. And then they'll dwell on that and not show any negative.
Stuttering Gill in Homestead says, I haven't been listening to you for about 2 weeks since the war has started. A mistake. I've been losing sleep, always in a bad mood. I've been wondering why. I finally figured it out. I believe the 24-hour coverage of the war, I finally tuned into you and really realized the pressure that's built up on me. I only wish the troops were able to hear you also. Oh, no, we don't want that.
No,
we don't want the troops hearing a bunch of stuff like that fag is saying, like that call we had yesterday. Thank God our troops can't hear a fag like you.
Yeah.
I hate to break the news to you, but there are a lot of troops who do listen to this show.
Right.
They do. on the internet. I'm not saying that they got the chance now over there, not in Iraq, but I'm talking about...
During Gulf War I, we got calls.
In fact, you can look into our stats on there, the domain page.
Mm-hmm.
See people listening in Saudi Arabia and you name it, Egypt, you name it.
Ragheads.
Azerbaijan, Madagascar, which we're going to be invading next, by the way. Well, that's just a little heads up for you, Madagascar.
Cuba on that
coming
list?
in there.
They
Cuba
down at the
is off limits, baby.
God damn it.
Cuba. In addition to which, let me just say this to you. If we were dropping this gigantic arsenal of weapons in Cuba right now, and people in South Florida, their relatives were dying or being put in harm's way, do you think that they'd be as gung-ho for the war as they are for what's going on in Iraq? No, they would not.
As long as Castro's going on, they don't care how many
we have to get Castro and the
Yeah.
evildoers, his brother and Raul, but not
We
their
don't
relatives.
need to drop no smart bombs. One Marine with a pistol.
Are you starting up again?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Because I see you're moving up on the list, I think. Let's see. Have you got 10 yet? Or maybe you're just stuck on at 9.
About 30, man.
No, you got 10. You're tied with Bill O'Reilly, and you're a very late addition.
Yeah.
So George Rodriguez is moving up the list rapidly here out of 275 votes. You're going to pass Bill O'Reilly and Rush like they're standing still. I wouldn't surprise me if you pass Peter Arnett.
And I didn't even go on Baghdad TV.
Probably surpass Peter Arnett. Look what happened to his broadcasting job. I don't want to sound threatening or anything. Huh?
Nothing. He got hired in the same day.
I said, look what happened to his broadcasting job.
Oh.
So you're not listening as usual. You're not listening. You're pretending you're listening, but you're hearing selectively only what is convenient. You're blocking out the important word.
What?
The broadcast job.
Oh.
Now, if you have a job waiting for you in journalism and print journalism, I'm sure that maybe that would be great. Like you could go over and write radio and TV stuff for the Herald.
Somebody's got to.
Somebody has to, right? Or maybe for the Sun Sentinel, you could take over Tommy Jicka's job. Anybody could do a better job than he's doing, which is nothing. Writing puff pieces about network TV. Was Smallville on last night?
Yeah, but it was a repeat.
Oh, thank goodness. I was watching hockey last night. Boy, great games on last night. And Mo, you're an asshole, man. Geldy was talking about what a great game the Islander-Ranger game was like. It was sensational. Rangers tied it up late, went into overtime, wound up a tie, and of course, Rangers barely keeping their playoff hopes alive, which they'll never make it, thank goodness. And the Leafs in Jersey in overtime, and Thomas Kavala scores the winning goal. Oh! Nice going, baby. Great hockey games on last night, so I forgot all about Smallville. And speaking of small, there's one other expression. If I ever hear it again, I'm gonna start throwing balls around. Small ball.
Huh?
Yeah. See, this is the new baseball deal. I hear it on this station. It's nauseating. It's because we don't have a lot of home run hitters on the Marlins, so the idea being that you score runs by getting a lot of hits, a lot of singles and doubles. So it's small ball. If that isn't the most disgusting, stupid, that's almost worse than, he goes yard. Yeah, Sammy goes yard. Huh? I'm going nuts. Not going yard. I'm going nuts. I'm going to call Scotland Yard and put an end to this crap. We're playing small ball. Yeah, in fact, Carlos was just washing them off in a sink again, speaking of small ball. Here are more great deals from Tom Lehman and Joe Prieto, our good, close personal paisans at Hallett Pontiac GMC. Put your ear to the radio and listen carefully. Neil deal number 1. Get 0% financing for 60 months on every Pontiac or GMC in stock. Neil deal number 2. Get you up to a $4,000 rebate on every new GMC and Pontiac in stock. You heard me right. Get up to a $4,000 rebate on every new car or truck in stock. Neil deal number 3. If you're currently a GM Smart Lease or Smart Buy customer and drive a Chevy Blazer, Olds Bravada, or GMC Jimmy, buy or lease a new Pontiac or GMC and get an extra $1,000 off the price. Stop by Hallett and test drive the all-new and powerful Pontiac Grand Prix. That's how they pronounce that, by the way, George with an X, Grand Prix. I used to have a Grand Prix years ago.
Yeah, a
great car. I loved it. It was a beautiful thing. Hallett Pontiac GMC, they're at 13401 South Dixie Highway. That's US 1 across from the Falls, open 7 days a week. For more info, call the Neil Deal hotline. And by the way, Tom, I like Grand Prix, but I don't want one, thank you. He was probably hearing me say that. He would send one up here for me. I like Corvettes. The Neil Deal hotline, toll free. It's 1-888-534-4211. That's 1-888-534-4211. Don't forget all Neil deals are subject to credit approval. See dealer for details at Hallett Pontiac GMC, who be professional grade.
Live and local. We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Or David's a bitch.
Harry's a fairy and he's gonna get married. Harry's the fairy and he's gonna get married.
You're gay.
Self-hating homo, so he's gotta get married. Homo has to come first.
Gay.
He's a queer homo, mincing proof and a brown-nosing queen with lead in his shoes, bald and confused, self-hating Jew who wears panties underneath his suit. Mary's a neocon fairy, so he's gotta get married. Mary's a fairy and he's gonna get married. Self-hating homo, now he's gotta get married. Spokesman of the White House, homo.
Gay.
He's a fan, a jackbooted schmuck with a blow-up dome of John Astra. Does what he stole for Nazi brown hall, and he never eats tuna on a roll. Harry's a screaming, leaping fairy, so he's gotta get married. Harry's the fairy, and he's gonna get married. Self-hating homo, but he's gonna get married. Homo has to cover it up. Homo has to cover.
Oh my God.
10:19 at 560 WQM. Happy Wednesday. There's Gregory Lynch Sr., whose daughter was rescued in Iraq. Her name is Jessica Lynch. She's still alive.
I can't wait to see what the situation is.
Yeah. Wow. Speaking of that.
What about the other bodies they found in that?
Well, we're going to get to that on this fax. You must be physic. Found at the end of an article on AOL about the rescue of Jessica Lynch, says this fax, Senator Jay Rockefeller, Democrat of West Virginia, called the rescue a miracle. God watched over Jessica and her family, Rockefeller said through a spokesman in Washington. All of West Virginia is rejoicing. This is an amazing tribute to the skill and courage of our military. The faxer says, so God didn't give a schmidt about the deceased people or their families that were found with her? 11 bodies were found with Jessica, but I guess God wasn't looking over them. The faxer says, I think the religionists are right. There is no evolution of the species. They've made certain of that. Good point. And there's a great line in that Area is a Fairy bit that we just played. You know the expression con job? I think thanks to this administration we've got a new term, a new cliche. Neocon job. Huh? That's what this war is. That's what this administration is. That's what the election of 2000 was, a neocon job. And aren't we proud to see all these people goose-stepping in a line as proud, mindless Americans? Millions and millions of them. The overwhelming majority. Just goose-stepping right in a line. By the way, we already got Bush's Voice of America about Cheap Channel. It's on our website, whoever faxed that. Thank you. It's already on there. Clear Channel Communications, the mouthpiece. So on TV, they got Fox News, all fascism, all spin, all day. And on radio, they got Cheap Channel Communications, which owns like 95% of every station.
Right.
And as a matter of fact, just in this market alone, you know how many stations they own?
About 30, man.
Yeah, just in South Florida. Just in this county, I think they own. Let's see, here's one that says, oh, here we go. Well, this is good. We're looking for some input. I'm also against the noon to 1 hour of bits. Did you know that Randy Rhodes' internet broadcast was off the air yesterday? The Clear Channel station said it was down for maintenance. Conspiracy, question mark? How do you like that? The Randy Rhodes website was down. It says Eddie in Williamsburg, Virginia, who must be really desperate listening to her. But anyway, says thank you for all that you do. You're welcome, Eddie. Sounds like a freaking conspiracy to me. And for this, we have to call in Jag off Web. Right? That's right. God. 69 votes for Phil in the lead.
Are you sure?
Yep. Looking at it right now. 69, they said, Phil. Mo Howard David at 57. Neil Rogers, 48. Howard Sperm, 41. Which broadcaster has been most disappointed to you in regard to the war in Iraq? Peter Arnett, 33. Lardass Limbaugh, 20. And you're up to Lardass. Wow! I didn't... Man, you and Lardass side by each.
He's got a bigger gut, but
what
I've got
a perfecter that is. And for the guy that wanted to buy Stupid White People by Michael Moore in, what was that store, Barnes & Noble?
Yeah.
Which we don't want to mention on the air, Barnes & Noble. To them. Somebody faxes me this. It said maybe it's a good thing he couldn't buy the book there. Section 215 of the Patriot Act allows FBI agents to obtain a warrant from a secret federal court for library or bookstore records of anyone connected to an investigation of international terrorism or spying. And, of course, they can decide arbitrarily who is a spy and who is not. Unlike conventional search warrants, there's no need for agents to show that the target is suspected of a crime or possesses evidence of a crime. As the Santa Cruz signs indicate, the law prohibits libraries and bookstores from telling their patrons or anybody else that the FBI has sought the records. In the Patriot Act, a major expansion of government search and surveillance authority was passed by Congress 6 weeks after 9/11, but in the last year, Section 215 has roused organizations of librarians and booksellers into a burst of political activity and is being cited increasingly by critics as an example of the new law's intrusiveness. You can hear those boots stomping in the background big time, baby. What you read, what you buy, what you watch, what you think, all of these things. They're checking to see who's being naughty and nice, and he's seeing even who's thinking about being naughty.
Yeah.
And they're not too happy about it either. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Phil's got 72 votes, and Mo Howard David is the one giving him a race. How do you like that?
Huh.
Aren't you pretty disappointed in his commentary on the war in Iraq?
I never knew what his politics were to begin with.
Neither does he. It all depends on which piece he's got on his head on that day. And where it winds up on his head. If it's farther to the right, he becomes a little more pro-war. If it tilts a little to the left, he becomes anti-war.
He's got a left wing and a right wing.
And if it's straight down the middle, he is whatever the hell he is, a schmuck. I would dance on his grave. I hate to say that. I keep saying it a lot because I'm just being honest with you. I can't think of anybody else I would dance on their grave.
What kind of music would you dance to? Disco? Show tunes?
Disco would be good. I think that would fit right in. Village People. YMCA. I can just see myself just doing it. Right there on his grave to the YMCA. The Village People. I'd be the Indian. 5670560. Pound 560
on the AT&T.
Maybe Defo could be the Indian. WQAM?
Hi, can I speak to Neil?
Speaking, yes, ma'am.
Oh, hi, Neil.
How are you?
Fine. How are you today?
Okay.
Good. Glad you're back again.
I'm not.
I just wanted to say, I don't know, you may already have expressed an opinion this morning on this girl who was rescued. Is it the policy of the United States Army now to put women on the battlefield?
Well, I don't know exactly what her function was. I guess we should also know by now.
She was part of that crew that was supposed to be an engineer.
Oh, she was part of that engineer. No, she wasn't in the combat. She was an engineer. She was part of the crew that was kidnapped.
She was a supply clerk, and apparently she was driving a water tank.
Well, she obviously was put in harm's way. That's the point.
You know, she was in a convoy on the battlefield. And I think it's deplorable. I'm not a unisex advocate. And I think there is a difference between men and women. And to put that 30-year-old mother of a 2-year-old, the cook, who also was...
Yes, the black woman, yes.
And now this 19-year-old, you know, during World War II in England, you know, can tell by my voice where I'm from, but women were conscripted, single women were conscripted at 19, but they were used on bases and headquarters, you know? And, I mean, there's ample room to use women. And, I mean, I think this is a deplorable change of attitude towards women myself. What do you think, Neil?
I think it's grotesque that they should be put in harm's way.
Right. Okay.
In fact, I think it's grotesque that any of these people should be put in harm's way for the administration to get what it wants.
I agree with you. And why they consider... causing death and destruction, liberation is beyond me.
Well, it's liberation by elimination. You know, if they kill enough of them, they can take over the whole damn place. Have a great day.
You too.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Liberation by elimination.
Oh!
That's right. When in doubt, we'll wipe you out. And then you look around, and then they will fear you. 567. Let's hear about that noon to 1 hour, because we could actually change our plan. It doesn't bother me one way or the other. I can take it or leave it. I mean, and of course you, since you don't have to answer the phone today.
Right.
You're just sitting there looking, you know, natural. I was going to say stupid. And Carlos is over there laughing at you. I'd slap him around a little bit if I was you. Keep him in line. He's starting to get a little, you know, since I gave him that bonus check there for the great work he's doing on the weekend. By the way, we do change our bedtime stories every day, 7 days a week, even when I'm on vacation. which I think was pretty magnanimous of me.
Damn straight.
It was. But what the hell do I care? What was I going to do at that hour in the morning? Get up a little bit early, stick it on her, go back to bed. This is what I did.
Yeah?
Close the windows real tight to make sure I didn't catch no SARS. Earlier, you see that plane, that American Airlines plane coming from Tokyo to San Jose yesterday? They said, you know the way to San Jose? No, you can't get there from here, they said. Go someplace else. And it turned out they got a little bit of a scare there, and they had 5 people suspected, and nobody was infected. Nobody had SARS. And you talk about that here, and like, what's that? What was that? Severe acute respiratory syndrome. Kind of like pneumonia. The good news is that it's much less deadly than pneumonia.
Well, good.
There's a 97 to 98% survival rate with SARS, so the fact that so many people are hyperventilating, getting really nervous, especially like in Toronto, you know?
Yeah.
I think I'm going back right now. There's probably a flight. Oh, Air Canada just filed for Chapter 11.
Oi!
I told you that before the show today. I don't think there are going to be any airlines left. American Airlines got bailed out the other day, but they're right on the verge. Air Canada filed for Chapter 11 protection. They're up to, and I don't know how, because with the fees that the fares that they charge, man, talk about a ripoff. I love Air Canada, don't get me wrong. How you doing, Helen? But they just gouged the public, and they got that monopoly when they bought out, what was the other one, Canadian Air? When they took it over. And they're still losing their ass. Just keep flying long enough to get me back there, okay? I might just not come back, you know? I might just go back, although I could just drive to Buffalo every few months to maintain my American citizenship. That's all you have to do.
Right.
Go to Buffalo.
Why don't you go back to Canada, you Jew bastard?
Well, maybe. As soon as the coast is clear. 29 past 10, as soon as they stop coughing up there, you know, if you get on a plane and somebody starts coughing, you give them a dirty look right away and start like, you just cover your whole face.
Wear those thingies.
Surgical masks.
Right.
I can't believe what's going to happen in this town on Monday, April 7th. This coming Monday, it's the last free spaghetti dinner night.
All right.
For the season at Pompano Park Harness. Is there nothing sacred left in this town? Better make sure to get to Pompano Park this Monday night, because with every Pompano Park program purchased, you'll get you a coupon good for a free spaghetti dinner at the 4th floor Players Lounge. Your dinner includes rolls in butter, salad, a heaping plate of pasta with marinara sauce. And with the way things are going right now, nobody's got 2 nickels to rub together. The economy's in a crapper. People are out of work. Here's a chance for a great free meal at Pompano Park this coming Monday, April 7th. Mark it down on your calendar right now. Pompano Park is open for live harness racing 4 nights a week. Monday, Wednesday like tonight, Friday and Saturday. First post time 7:15, and as always, free general parking, free admission as well. And don't forget, every Wednesday like tonight at Pompano Park is dollar night for draft beer, hot dogs, sodas, and more. And if you're really nice to Dick Feinberg, he'll regale you with stories from Batavia Downs and tell you stories about Bob Bomar and Buddy Gilmore. Pompano Park, located a block south of Atlantic Boulevard on Powerline Road. For more information, go online at pompanopark.com. Pompano Park, horsepower you can bet on. Don't forget, post time tonight, 7:15 at Pompano Park.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
Kid, go smoke your crack, please.
All right.
I was attacked by the monkey man. He went and maimed my friend Punjab. Oh no, I don't feel safe in India. Oh, I'd rather be in New York and drive a cab. Thank you, my friend. Oh, thank you, my friend.
10:32 at 560 WQM. Here's one of our really chronic faxers who says, this morning I listened to Mo Howard David for about 30 seconds. He was giving away Panther tickets, I guess, to get calls. But to win the Panther tickets, he had to answer on an NBA trivia question. Huh? Geldy kept his mouth shut the entire time. He knew how it was ridiculous. Mo must go soon, says the fax. Look at all the exclamation points on there. Mo must go. Well, I would dance on his grave, I'll tell you that. 5670560, pound 5. We've got to hear about this noon to 1 comedy bizarre, whether it's thumbs up or thumbs down. Huh? And every time we ask for guidance on that, it's like, I think that most of the audience don't really care. You know, they'll listen regardless. Some people enjoy it. Some people figure, it's a cop-out. You do understand that.
Right, yeah.
It's a cop-out. It's too hard to do all 4 hours of this heavy-duty save the world talk for that bitch. It's a cop-out, George. Yeah. How are you doing on the pull? Oh, look at that. You passed lard ass. Congratulations to little Georgie. Phil Henry, 80. Which broadcaster has been most disappointing to you on the war in Iraq?
Yeah, but wait a second.
Phil Henry, 80. Mo Howard David at 60. Neil Rogers, 56. Howard Sperm, 45. Peter Arnett, 38. Former broadcaster. Little Georgie Rodriguez, 24. Lard-ass Limbaugh, 22. I told you it passed Bill O'Reilly like he was laying down on a floor with Mo. Bill O'Reilly, 15. Randy Rhodes, 10. Dr. Law, 6. And Mr. Ego's got 5. Oh, yeah. He must have had, Nick must have voted, and little Brian. And Richard Essen, the big fat lawyer that's on there eating 40 or 50 breakfasts. You ever, slurping on the air? No, seriously, one day, a couple of years ago, I found that station that he's on, tuned it in. Do you know how many meals Richard Essen ate while the show was on?
About 30, man.
It was embarrassing. God. Always the same crew of, I mean, like us, at least we added Carlos there. George found him under the overpass one day, picked him up because he felt sorry for him. But at least we like to change the Beast, he's a new character in the building.
Right.
As opposed to our old days that I would. But there's some people that always like, they don't just go on the air with, they like live. They go out and make appearances. They're surrounded by the same entourage, There's Steve, there's Nick, there's little Brian. What is that? What is that? Like they're appendages.
Yeah. Everybody needs somebody.
Everybody needs an appendage. God almighty, what is all this stuff coming in here? Jeez. I'm trying to keep it a little on the light side. Monday we had a heavy-duty, very, very serious show. I saved the world on Monday, I thought. And then come to find out that we still got problems. Now, here's a fax that says from Phil the Monkey Man. Now, do we know who that is?
Yeah. He
Who
comes
is
to
that?
appearances and stuff. He's come to stuff.
But he says, hey, Poodle. There's only one person that calls me Poodle. You know which asshole that is?
No.
Out that direction?
Oh. Wow.
That Carlos. Not our Carlos, but Freaky Carlos. Hey, Poodle.
Where does that come from?
That screamer. That's what I'm asking you. I have no idea what that means.
Is that some gay term?
Must be. Well, you're asking me?
Yeah, I'm asking you.
You're asking a macho guy like me about some fag term like, hey, Poodle.
What kind of pet names do you faggots use for each other?
I can't handle
Big
screaming
boy,
queens, man.
Sailor.
Cannot handle screaming queens. Do you understand what I'm saying? Freaky Carlos. Maybe he'll elope with Tammy Faye. Anyway, Phil the Monkey Man says, I love the Wednesday noon to one comedy. But what's he? Because he's a silly person. Especially any monkey-related songs, which is why I just played that. And especially anything from my good friend Boca Brian. Keep it up, keep America laughing and monkeying around. Says Phil the Monkey Man. Does he know Steve with the hands, that guy?
Oh. Was that Steve
I'm
with
sorry,
the
it's
hands?
Jack with the hands. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Pumpkinhead.
Yeah, oh,
And
that's bad. And then, of course, we got the Toad at Pompano Park. David the Toad.
Oh,
I thought that he died.
Horror.
Remember the one?
Horror.
You don't have to put his last name
You
on. What
used
is
to say it
wrong
all
with you?
the time.
No wonder you're always getting us into
Call
a
him
jackpot.
horror show on the air.
Horror. I said horror show. Oh, wait a minute. That's his name. Horror show. Well, you got me confused now. Yeah, he's a bizarre guy. I thought he ran the car. Remember a couple of years ago, I thought he ran himself over in a car, and it was somebody with the same name in Pompano.
Else.
Remember that? He backed the car over himself. And then here a few weeks ago, I'm at the track, and there's David Horrow standing right on Dick Feinberg's shoulder. Lose him, Dick. Lose him, okay? He's bad news. I don't know what kind of news. He's just strange. Just a strange guy who shows up and pretends to be like one of our part of the cast of this program, kind of like I'm Fat Rich from the Neil Rogers Show. Although Fat Rich is from the Neil Rogers Show.
Right.
He's got a hernia.
Yeah.
That he says weighs about 20 pounds. That has to come out. But they can't operate on that until because they just finished operating on he had the
other
pacemaker.
Thing. Right.
So and he said this is the same thing that Morris Gibb had.
The hernia?
Yeah. And they operated on him too. Don't you remember he had a heart attack?
I thought he had intestinal...
But then they operated and he had a heart attack during the operation and then they operated too fast, at least allegedly. I think they're suing Mount Sinai.
Yeah, they are.
And they said to Fat Rich, we don't want to make you into another Morris Gibb. He never sounded to me quite like Morris Gibb. He speaks in the lower register.
Yeah, you don't know how he sings.
5670560.
Or do you?
Pound. No, I certainly do not. WQAM.
Good morning, Neil.
Yes, sir.
This morning you were commenting about your skills as
my skills?
Sports,
Skills. Oh, yes, as a sportscaster. Yes, that was great.
And it brought up memories of the Marlins exhibition first game, where you gave play-by-play for about 20 minutes.
I did?
And and I will tell you something. I'm an old fart, and
Me too.
I haven't listened to baseball on the radio for a long time, and that was riveting. Absolutely riveting.
Yeah.
They don't know what they're missing. They really don't know what they're missing with you. And that's not just blowing smoke up your butt because you don't need it.
It feels like it.
No, it isn't. But this guy Schmidt,
yeah,
he was. I couldn't listen to the Marlin game the other day, and I happened to turn him on. And
Cubs win! Cubs win! Cubs win!
I'm sorry, I got emotional. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, he was commenting about you and saying how he's number one in the market, and you should go back to Denmark and.
To Denmark?
Yeah, that's where he's at.
He's number one in the market?
Exactly.
No, he's not.
That's
Sonny's
what he
market.
said.
First of all, he's not even in the market. He's broadcasting out of Tampa. That's number one. Secondly, we're not on the same time period. So what the hell is he talking about?
It's exactly. I mean, that's what their channel's all about. Say anything you want,
Yeah.
and it gets over.
Mm-hmm.
Well, anyway, we love you, Neil. Keep it up. You're the only sane voice on the radio.
Thank you, my
I
friend.
love
See you.
Bye.
Cubs win. So anyway, that's pretty interesting. The Schmidtmeister, and this is after Dr. Laura, after they repeat. So Cheap Channel must be having a nervous breakdown. They would love for me to be off the air because then there wouldn't be anybody with the balls except maybe the goddess. There'd be nobody with the balls to out them and talk about what a bunch of fascist pigs they are and how they're like manipulating the entire broadcast industry for fun and profit and how they're in bed with the Bushmeister and how they're Texas-based, by the way.
Is he even number one in any time slot?
I think he was tied for number one in the last trend in the afternoon drive.
I see.
So if he wants to talk about that, that's
And what
whatever.
demo, though?
Oh, I said Poodle will be a smartass, says Phil the Monkey Man. Then he sends me, look at that cartoon of a monkey. He says, I'm not gay, I just like to play with monkeys. Oh.
Okay.
He likes to monkey around, okay?
Sure.
You can relate to that. We're not getting any calls about that noon to 1 comedy bits hour. We only got an hour and 20 minutes for the audience to help us decide.
They can call during the 12 to noon.
No, they can't. How the hell are they going to do that? You don't want to get cut off in midstream.
Squirt, squirt.
That's bad. Phil Henry, 83. Mo Howard David at 64. Neil Rogers, 58. Howard Sperm, 48. Peter Arnett, 40. George Rodriguez, 24. Lardass is coming back on you.
Oh, no.
He's coming back on the inside. He's
Rolling
whipping
back
and
over?
slashing along the rail, 24. You only got him by 1. Bill O'Reilly, 16. Randy Rhodes, 10. The old goddess, who's just obsessed with her own importance. Dr. Laura, 7. And Mr. Ego, Steve Kane, has got 5. 5, that's a pretty good percentage of his entire audience, which we know is...
About 30, man.
19 till 11 at 560 WQM. March Madness is winding down, even though it's April. Of course, the tournaments are getting to a close. And if you want to plunge your guts out on the Final Four or on any other kind of sporting event, you better know with whom you be dealing. VIPSportsbook.com is the best. You know, Gary Sarner, I don't want to see you, but this piece of copy you gave me, quite frankly, even a child knows that we're down to the Final Four. And at the March Madness, now that it's April the 2nd, if I look at my calendar, you know, I realize that you don't want to do any work back there either because you're just another pudwhacker who takes orders over the goddamn fax machine like all the others like Todd Dreck. Will the real salespeople at QAM please stand up? You know? See anybody standing? You can have complete trust in VIPSportsbook.com, a legal and licensed sportsbook and one of the original online books and still the best in the universe. You like high parlay odds?
Yes.
How do parlay odds of up to 2,000 to 1 sound pretty damn good? How about free same-day payouts? How about a 15% cash bonus added to your first deposit? But most of all, for the past 7 years, VIPSportsbook.com has earned a great reputation as the sportsbook with the best customer service. SportsbookReview.com has rated them #1, numero uno in customer service 2 years in a row. Who knows, it might be your turn to go on the roll of a lifetime, but you better make sure you're in the right sportsbook when you do that. Sign up online at VIPSportsbook.com and get yourself a 15% cash bonus added to your first deposit. Nothing like starting out a wiener. Not online? Call them toll-free at 1-866-VIP-BETS. That's 866-VIP-BETS. Please keep in mind the 15% sign-up bonus is only available when you get online, so get your ass online and get that 15% cash bonus today at VIPSportsbook.com, where you and Gary Sarner are the VIPs.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560.
Sing my song, but you're not looking at my mouth. You stare so long at something that's a bit further south, and it's not my face where both your eyes go looking. Right under my clothes is my biggest asset.
Rectum.
Underneath my clothes, there's a great big booty. and I sing so friggin' funny. Underneath my clothes, there's a great big high knee. When I strike a pose, it's anything but tiny, so nobody notices that I sing so friggin' funny, and I sing so friggin' funny.
Love you, sweetheart. 10:45 at 560 WQAM. Here's a fax that says, I refuse to listen to Mo anymore. In other words, he don't want to listen to Mo. This morning, driving to work, I'm listening to the Dirty Boys, and Mo calls them up trying some comedy. Oh, no. It says, I can't listen to QM before 9. No Mo. Noon to 1, I'd rather hear you, but bits are okay. They're...
Okay.
Which is kind of like a lukewarm, comme si, comme ça. He calls, calls up the Dirty Boys. Wasn't he bitching behind their back about the fact that the reason his numbers are so crappy is because he's sandwiched in between two non-sport shows? Meaning us and Joe and Mark in the dark? And now he's sucking up to their face, just like he was with me yesterday a little bit, which I still can't get over. Of course, that didn't last, I would dance on his grave.
I'm thinking about that April Fool's Day yesterday. Maybe that was it after all.
Yeah. I wonder which one was the fool. 567. Come on, let's find out about this noon to 1 hour. This is something you people ought to feel very strongly about, don't you?
No.
Come on, get with it. This is our freaking livelihood. Don't you people care?
No.
Aren't you like whipped up into a frenzy? Oh, that's right. They're all listening to Lard Ass anyway between noon and 1. I forgot about that.
Right.
They want to get the real lowdown scoop. Pointing to you on the war in Iraq. Phil Henry, 87. And we've had some really nasty spy reports about the kind of shenanigans he's doing on the air now. Very little comedy, very little of the voices, pontificating for 6 hours right-wing propaganda night after night. That's what little Carlos says. Beaner boy. Right? Am I right?
That's what he said.
See, I don't want to put stuff, because I don't listen. I do not listen to him.
No. I tried a while back.
I told you I tried listening to Rush during the baseball on last Friday. That lasted about 45 seconds till his first lie. And then that's it. I listen to this station when I can handle it. I even listen to Mo coming to work in the morning. How do you like that?
Huh.
My good, close personal buddy.
I hate to admit it, even though I already have.
You listen to Mo coming to work in the morning?
No.
You listen to Mo?
No, that's not what I was going to admit.
You Mo? George is admitting today he's Mo.
I listen to NPR.
So boring.
I know. What does that tell you?
Well, here's a good column by Joe Coniston, New York Observer. Can Bush handle panel's questions? Oh, this is about the 9/11 Commission, which I notice is finally getting their act together. We'll save that for tomorrow. Can we save that for tomorrow?
Okay.
Well, we got enough bedtime stories on there today to choke a horse. And Beaner Boy don't want to be bothered with any more, I'll guarantee you that. And, of course, when it comes to another check, I don't want to be bothered with that either. Just a minute, I'm getting organized here, okay? There's too much crap. I'm getting a little organized over here. Well, I don't have it down to a science here like I do in Toronto. I have, like, everything, even though this is a bigger area, the studio there is just much more user-friendly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
Like compact and close up, and I know where to stick this, and I know where to stick that.
Rectum.
And everything works out just fine. WQAM. QAM.
Rectum.
That's what I thought I heard. Probably some ass. WQAM.
Sing me a
WQAM.
Hello, Neil.
Yes.
Neil, as for the bits on 12 to 1 hour, I think you're a lot funnier than the bits. I mean, the only problem with that hour is maybe out of 100, 2 are funny.
Yeah.
And Condoleezza and the bagpipe guy.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, it's just, I think the actual calls are funnier, like your best of calls, like wacky callers and you ripping them in half.
The best of calls?
Yeah, you should do something like that, because I think I once purchased one of your CDs thinking it was going to be a lot of funny calls, but then you just have to sit through a lot of bad songs. Who the hell wants to listen to a whole song?
Yeah.
It's just, I think you're great. I listen to you every day.
I understand. Well, listen, I wouldn't have asked the question. I don't want people just to call here and suck my ass. I want the truth, man. I can handle it.
Well, that's the truth.
Even though I'm very, very offended.
All right, take care.
Have a great day, pal. I'm bitterly offended. I can handle it. I don't want people just calling up here sugarcoating. Oh, no matter what you do. I mean, that to me, that makes me sick, It does. No matter what you do, it's great with it. That's bullcrap. That's not an honest answer, you know? That's like saying, hey, where do you want me to stick it? Oh, no matter where you stick it, I'll be happy, you know?
Good, yeah.
That's bullcrap. That's what Scranton said.
Roy!
Boy, can you believe what drunken bitch?
Yeah.
In the QM skybox at PP Park. Here were the Marlins station. I sure hope the Marlin organization doesn't get wind of that, you know? Get wind of it. Seriously, look, the way these sports people are in this town, they're so thin-skinned lately. I wouldn't be surprised if the president of the Marlins, if old David Sampson and Delilah there gets wind of that. That Screw Ann Winnick was up there drunk like a skunk on her ass, rolling around on the goddamn floor with a bunch of our clients. Well, that's a good way to sell, I guess.
Sure.
I think they got a word for that.
What's that?
Here's a fax from Rodney and Davy. He says, a letter written by a friend of mine on the war. Oh, I see. And he's I'm sure an open-minded. No, I will not listen to your friend in the war, and I voted for Neil. Is most disappointing. Well, I'm real happy for you, Rodney and Davey. Don't double park your horse anymore, okay? Not interested. You're not going to change my mind, okay? My opinion has been based on voluminous reading and on common sense and on knowing what the hell this is really all about. Not what some friend of yours wrote a letter about.
Yeah,
God. Oh, look at this. The time has come for the quiet majority in this nation to stand up and loudly proclaim the purity of the mission this nation is currently undertaking of our very future. Right.
Yeah, the genetic purity.
Uh-huh. The ethnic purity. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. What do you think about that noon to 1 hour? It's only an hour and a few minutes away.
Right,
we better get this down to a science and quit wasting time. Will you please get with it? WQAM.
Yeah, how you doing?
Okay, sir.
Harry from Boynton.
Yes, Harry.
I'd like to talk to Neil.
You're speaking to him.
Oh, this is Neil. How you
Neil
doing,
from
Neil?
Plantation. Yes, sir.
All right. You know, I got to tell you, first of all, I really do appreciate your intellect and your points of view and your wacky humor. But if it wasn't for you and the goddess, we wouldn't have anybody talking about the truth on the radio today.
That's correct.
I appreciate you. Thank you, Neil.
Thank you very much. Like I said, sucking around a little bit is okay. Did I just say that a minute ago? There's nothing wrong with sucking around. Whatever you do, Neil, is great with me. You're the best. That's fine. I like that. We can do 4 hours of that every day. No, this guy was good. I'm not knocking him, but I'm just saying in general that a lot of people that call talk shows just call to suck around, like that Larry that calls Mo every morning. Larry, you're not fooling anybody. And by the way, nobody cares about the Marlins, Larry. Let's face it. Nobody cares.
Carlos does.
No, he doesn't care about the Marlins. He only cares about going and getting free tickets and a free hot dog. He went there because he heard they had free weenies.
Right. I didn't know that at the time.
Yeah.
That it was free hot dog day.
And by the way, speaking of weenies, you know, the Marlins have got to be, I'm thinking, of course, football players are pretty ugly too, except for Tom Brady. But, no, seriously, the Marlins, this is their 10th anniversary season, right? Other than Matt Manti, which they got him out of here real fast, have they ever had a good-looking guy on that team? I don't think so. I'm talking about a really hot-looking guy, you know, like a Dale Murphy, like a good-looking guy, like Biff Pocoroba. Well, George is thinking about it.
Who?
No, seriously, I mean, most of the Marlins look like Charlie Huff, you know? When I think of the Marlins, I think of Charlie huffing and puffing. Old Charlie with that knuckleball. I was there that day, by the way. Opening day. First game in Marlins history. I was a fan for about 5 minutes. And I sat there in the stands and I listened to these idiots around me there. You know, when a guy gets to first base, he's got to go back and tag up onto the bag before he can take his lead. I mean, these people wouldn't know. It doesn't make, see, even George is laughing. Even George, what kind, and of course they were your people, by the way.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they were.
Okay.
Oh, the Cubans, they love baseball, man.
Yeah,
Maybe they love it, they just don't know anything about it, okay? And you don't spell it B-E-I-S-B-O-L, by the way.
See, I know how you played some games. I just don't spend my life.
Yeah, I've heard you played a lot of games.
Right.
Not as many as you'd like, but I'm hearing.
Right. Well, no.
Keeps trying
young yet.
While you're still alive. That's what I'm figuring. WQAM. See, they missed their chance, their golden opportunity to influence the programming of this show. WQAM.
Hi, I think you should keep the noon to 1 hour because it's easy to get new listeners. When I tell my friends you have to tune into this station between 12 and 1 and tell them it's a comedy hour, it's nothing but comedy, I get more people to tune in and listen, and it's important for them to listen.
Excellent. Thank you, sir. God bless you.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you. See, that's
true. Good bait.
What? Yeah, it sucks into people. Now we got the billboards going, finally. I don't want to tell the audience the embarrassing call I had from Norma Kent again last night at home. Will you stop? And didn't I say yesterday?
Yes.
I forgot about that. I said on the air I don't want him ever to call me again unless it's an emergency, and Pete Lenny don't ever call me, emergency or not.
He must not have been listening to it.
He heard it, and now that I think about it, that's why he called. Yeah, to prove a point that I would take his call. Calls me about, well, he was there opening day Monday at the ball game, and he went through the program, the Marlin program, didn't see an ad for QAM. There were ads for all these other stations. And I said to him, why the F would I care about that? What does that have to do with me? Why do I care? Well, I don't know. I thought maybe you might have some ideas on that. This is my agent. This is why every talk host in the world is syndicated, and I'm on this AM station that you can't even hear 10 blocks up the road when the power lines are hanging, when they're hanging real low. Norma, don't call me again, okay? What word didn't you understand? Call up Joyce Kaufman, okay? Have a nice chat with her. Send more emails to your buddy Wacky Jackie, okay? I think it's a match made in heaven, the two of you. But just leave me the hell alone. Aren't you concerned about why there wasn't a QM? See, personally, I'd rather have the billboards up all over town. I'm really pleased with that. Better late than never.
Somebody will see those.
I see them every day.
Right.
I even see the Mo one. In fact, I had to stop and straighten the hairpiece out on the Mo one this morning on the way to work.
Well, I left the ladder up there for you.
Right. To crank the lights out. When in doubt, shut them out. That's what the Panthers' opponents always say before the game. When in doubt, shut them out. And they usually do. Cheryl says, my vote is for Neil Talk and bedtime stories instead of the comedy bits. Neil Talk and, bedtime stories. Sorry, Cheryl, we love you, but I cannot listen to Phil anymore. I used to be a big fan, but can no longer take his tirades and Nazi views, says Cheryl. How do you like that? His Nazi views on the Phil Henry Show.
You understand the Gestapo keeps track of everyone.
I guess so. Here's the most chronic faxer of them all who says, the Marlins had the guy who played first base during the World Series who was married to Lynn Austin. Total babe. Oh, total babe guy. What? Total babe guy. What is this? The Marlins had the guy who played first base during the World Series who was married to Lynn Austin. Who was that?
I don't know. Total babe guy.
Orlando, Mortestes Destrada?
Poodle
Destrada? Total babe guy? I don't think so. And if you're going to give me stuff like that, give me a name, okay? Give me a name. Give me something to hang my hat on. Something to grab onto. So not only is Screw Ann Winnick getting sloshed out of her mind at the Marlins, I'm embarrassed, you know. Embarrassed. Like Larry Lujak used to say, we're embarrassed to work here, but we'll take the money.
It's not like you were sloshed.
No, but it's just embarrassed to be associated with these people. Screw Ann Winnick.
I think it's high comedy.
Man, oh man, what a slut. 10:57 at 560.
Roy!
WQAM. And Todd Dreck, aren't we embarrassed to work with him? If he don't bring me some new Fast Train copy, and I'm personally going to call up my friends at Fast Train and see that some other AE gets you a count.
What are you more embarrassed by, her or him?
Oh, him. Not even close.
Because that has to do with business.
You know something? She is a winner. She's my favorite compared to Todd Dreck. No, because I don't have any accounts. She don't handle any accounts. Well, at least not the business end. You know what I mean?
No.
Well, maybe she handles their business end. I don't know what she's doing or who she's doing.
The monkey business end.
Yeah. Anyway. No, Todd Dreck is just a loser. He refused. In fact, when P.D. Lenny left here, that was the one point he made. That there's a guy that takes sheets out of a fax machine and hands it to us, and here's copy. You know, don't even look at it. Doesn't make any effort. He refuses to work. He's a butt plug. Todd Dreck. I hate him. In fact, you know something? Him and Mo, maybe we can get a two-for deal. I'll dance on both their graves. Anyway, if you're looking for a real job and you want to really do a little bit of work and make a big fat paycheck, if you're tired of being in a dead-end crappy job and working for peanuts, call Fast Train toll-free at 1-866-FAST-TRAIN and get started in a new high-paying computer job. Call Fast Train right now. They offer you convenient day, evening, and weekend classes. Check them out on the web at fasttrain.com and get out of your crappy dead-end job and working for some schmuck. Unlike dictators, computer professionals are in high demand. So call Fast Train today. They got locations all over town, so no matter where you live, there's got to be one convenient and easy for you to get to. They're in Miami, Kendall, Pembroke Pines, Fort Lauderdale. Got to be one nearby you. Register at fasttrain.com to receive your free American flag bumper sticker. Call Fast Train today, toll-free. Tell them Todd Dreck is a schmuck. Use any word in the dictionary, and I'll be more than happy to back you up on it. 1-866-FAST-TRAIN.
Live and local. This is 560. The radio's all yours now. QAM.
The audience is right. They're in Dalton, but he was only here for like about 15 seconds. Great-looking guy, baby. He got out of here while the getting was good. Love you, Darren.
We'll meet again if we don't wind up dead from the Bush cartel that left us all this way. We've all been duped, blind support was our doom as the bombs dropped from the skies from far away. Maybe we should have paid attention a little bit more to the facts we chose to ignore. The price of gas has declined, but I'm afraid that the line won't be very long. We'll meet again with a hope that by then civil rights will be restored one sunny day.
If we don't wind up dead from the Bush cartel that left us all this way, we'll meet again with the hope that by then civil rights will be restored one sunny day.
11:02 at 560. WQM only 58 minutes away from that big moment of decision, the noon to 1 hour. What's it going to be? Is it going to be up? Is it going to be down? We don't know. And the audience has been of tremendous help so far, haven't it?
No.
No. Akron, Ohio, according to the Cleveland Plain Dealer, smoking marijuana daily does not make a woman an unfit parent, and her 4 children should not have been removed by a court agency, and appeals court has ruled.
All right.
How do you like that, huh? Smoking marijuana daily does not make a woman an unfit parent.
Deliciously different marijuana. Deliciously different marijuana.
Teresa Scott is a single working mother who paid her rent and provided loving care to her children, her lawyer said, but when she admitted she smoked marijuana, the Summit County Children's Services Board removed the children in August 2001. The agency's decision was upheld in county's juvenile court. The 9th Ohio District Court of Appeals overruled that decision on Monday by a 2-1 vote. While this court certainly does not condone a parent's use of an illegal substance or abuse of a illegal substance, parents have a fundamental right to raise their children, said appeals judges Donna Carr and William Batchelder. Without some evidence that Teresa's supervision of her children or her environment of her children has been affected in some negative way by her use of marijuana, there is no clear and convincing evidence that children should be removed. How do you like that, huh? It's enough to make me want to play the Reefer Madness bits all over again.
You and all other school parent groups about the country, and you must stand united on this and stamp out this frightful assassin of our youth. You can do it by bringing about compulsory education on the subject of narcotics in general, the dread marijuana in particular.
Oy! The dread marijuana. How's the poll coming, man? It's got 80 billion votes, and I'm sure that diddler is on there. Who played the diddler on Batman? Which broadcaster has been most disappointing to you on the war in Iraq? Phil Henry, 91. Phil's taking a whipping here. The audience is really pissed off with him. 443 votes already. Mo Howard David at 76. He's taking a whipping just on general principles because they hate him like poison and they'd like to dance on his grave. Neil Rogers, 65. Too bad. Howard Stern, 54. Peter Arnett, 47. Fat Ass Limbaugh, 32. And George Rodriguez, 32. Oh! I knew the two you had a lot in common.
Yeah, fat, deaf.
Bill O'Reilly, 21. Big income. Randy Rhodes, 11. Dr. Laura, 8. And Mr. Ego is all the way up to 6. Let's hear it for Steve-O.
Oh!
6 big ones. Should mention this. That American missile, identified from the remains of its serial number, was pinpointed yesterday as the cause of the explosion at the Baghdad market last Friday night that killed at least 62 Iraqis. Remember, they were trying to say, oh, no, it was a surface-to-air missile that they shot up. It was something they done.
We didn't do it.
We did. The codes on the foot-long shrapnel shard seen by the independent correspondent Robert Fisk at the scene of the bombing in the Shuala district came from a weapon manufactured in Texas by Raytheon, the world's biggest producer of smart armaments. The identification of the missile as an American weapon is an embarrassing blow to Washington and London as they try to match their promises of minimal civilian casualties with the reality of precision bombing. By the way, Friday night, And I noticed that we get very little of this information. Friday night, the ongoing bombing in Baghdad. Do you know how many people died? Although it wasn't in Baghdad. It was one of the other smaller cities.
About 30, man.
Exactly. That is correct.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. It was 50.
I'm sorry.
Well, it's close enough. About 50. And you just see it on a little crawl at the bottom of the screen. There's no discussion of this. I'm not talking about troops. I'm not talking about human shields. Just the civilians.
Yeah, but they're Iraqis.
Just collateral damage.
Yeah.
WQAM.
Yes, I'm calling for Neil.
Speaking.
Neil Rogers, you're great. I just moved down here from Washington, D.C., and I listen to you all the time. And I thought it was really funny you just mentioned Rush Limbaugh. I've never had a menstrual cramp, but I know what one sounds like.
Mm-hmm. That's him.
Yes, oh, absolutely. Yeah. Are we on the air? I hope we're not on the air.
No.
Oh, good.
Listen, have a great day, and go back to Washington before it's too late.
Oh, no, I'm stuck down here for now.
Oh, damn. Okay, good luck to you, Pally.
All right, thanks, and I really, truly, truly enjoy your show.
Thanks. I'll be sure to mention that on the air. Thanks. Here's one. It says from Alex, hey, Neil, the baseball player that was married to Lynn Austin was Darren Dalton. I just got through saying that. Well, thanks, Alex. He played first base for the Marlins until he retired some years ago. And he was only on the team for like about 5 minutes. P.S. Please play into those Mickey Mouse bits. They love the Mickey Mouse bits,
Yeah.
I'll tell you that. And of course, so do we.
Eisner?
Here's one. Stop being such a total chicken hawk. Give Mo a chance. The two of you would make a great couple. He's clearly a bottom, and you seem to be a top. I think that's a total fit. Sorry for the sick joke. Please don't puke on the air. What do you think of Pudge Rodriguez? I think he has a pudge in his pants. He's got a pudge in his pants, only it's in the back. He's got the he's got the biggest ass. No, not a load like Geldy. He's got the biggest ass. Says Johnny in Key West. He's got a pudge in his pants. Actually, he used to be a pretty good-looking guy, Pudge Rodriguez, in a kind of a very strange way. I guess maybe he still is. I don't really care, to be honest with you. Do I care about the Marlins?
No.
No. I don't care about baseball, for that matter. I do still like J.T. Snow, though, on the Giants, formerly the California Angels. What? There's a good-looking guy. Great all-star first baseman, by the way. Golden Glove first baseman, J.T. Snow. Sensational. Getting kind of old, though, now. He must be, I don't know exactly how old he is, but he's getting kind of old.
About 30, man.
WQAM. QAM.
Neil, are we on the air?
It sounds like us.
Honestly, documentary on Saddam. You know what his favorite movie is?
Who?
You know what Saddam's favorite movie is?
Okay, let me ask you something. Did I do the wrong spot at the end of last hour?
What'd you do?
Fast Train?
Yeah, that was wrong.
What was the right spot?
Wireless City.
Oh, well, that's coming up next. I keep doing that because I'm trying to get ahead of myself. I keep turning the page before it's time to do it.
So you know what Saddam's favorite movie is?
I don't know, and I don't care. I'm not interested. It's some horrible, stupid joke, and I don't really care.
No, it's not a joke. It's I don't know what his point is, but it's The Godfather, so I don't know what.
That's
deal
true. It is true, and I'm glad I didn't listen to it because I heard that. I heard that on the same place that this guy heard.
John Vito.
Yeah. Does he really?
Yeah.
Well, maybe we could hit him 5 times. Maybe we already did hit him 5 times, and he's still alive, but we're not too sure. We don't know. Didn't show up yesterday for that press conference, by the way.
He's got a couple sons.
For that speech.
One looks like Fredo. The other one's a hothead.
Ahmed.
Right? One's a war hero.
All right. Don't think you want to rainbow over your nice side.
11:09 at 560 WQAM. Phil Henry, 94 votes.
Are you
positive? I'm looking at it right now, Mr. Hotshot, Mr. Right Wing, Mr. You know something? He'd look really good with a little mustache. And since he has virtually no hair anyway, even less than I do, we could, put that little Hitler thing down over the side of his head, the little shoe polish.
Little blackum.
I can see it now. I can just smell it now.
Well, let me tell you something, my
Nick friend. 10 minutes after 11 at 560 WQM. We're building up to that big noon to 1 hour, and I'm really still, I don't know what. I'm between Iraq and a hard place. I would like to play Iraqi and Bullwinkle. Now, do we have all of those back here, or did I just...
We have them on the... I don't know.
No, you know what I'm saying? Because I took copies of those all the way up to Toronto, and I'm certainly not going to be schlepping those back and forth.
Right. Don't know.
Have you ever thought of getting a wireless phone? Sure you have. You know how valuable it is to keep in touch with your business associates during the day, as well as being connected with your family at all times. Well, don't postpone it one more second. Get it done today. Just call Wireless City, a T-Mobile authorized dealer. Call them toll-free at 1-888-221-8080, and Wireless City will deliver today to your home or business your brand-new wireless phone ready for you to use. Wireless City, a T-Mobile authorized dealer, can offer you service plans perfect for you and what you be needing, like their new $39.99 plan with 600 whenever minutes and unlimited weekends. Call Wireless City now, toll-free. It's 1-888-221-8080. Call today and get you the new small-sized Nokia 3390 with vibrating call alert and hands-free. Just call 888-221-8080. Service agreement required. See printed materials or authorized representative at Wireless City for limited and complete details. Wireless City, a T-Mobile authorized dealer.
We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
I guess I should have known what to expect living in Miami with the kind of service you get in this town. I would pack and leave tomorrow if I didn't eat that crab I swallowed. Why can't you lend me some chocolate? Why can't you losers get it right?
You asshole.
My bowels were blocked inside my hiney. Can't make my turds go out.
11:15 at 560 WQAM. Happy Wednesday to you. Here's Rick from Tampa, who's becoming very chronic. Says the comedy hour is okay to me, but I think that today should be dedicated to Mo Bits. I think that an hour of that, or even 5 minutes, would get better ratings than the real Mo show. Maybe you should have his piece on the show as a guest. And we could set it down on the chair over there. Open up the guest mic.
I'm sorry, Luis. Luis is sporting it.
Oh, yeah, that's a beauty. Oh, in fact, I see he's got a couple of spares over on the side.
Just in case.
And hair pieces, too.
Well, sometimes they snatch them right off your head.
Okay, let's go. We only got 45 minutes. We don't have time to screw around here, okay? Let's get right down to the nitty-gritty and find out what the story is. By the way, did you see about Jessica Simpson? Or Sampson? What was her name?
When's her record coming out?
We ought to send Jessica Simpson over to Iraq. Yeah, to perform, entertain the troops.
Sure.
Get her away from Nick. 5, 6, 7. Okay, let's, thumbs up or thumbs down. How are we going to do this real quick, okay? Here's the thing about getting rid of Geraldo Rivera. Isn't it embarrassing that Fox News, of all people, these super patriot right-wing assholes at Fox News, they got a guy over there by the name of Geraldo who is compromising the safety of our troops. How do you like that, huh?
Yeah.
And they had to be requested by the Pentagon to get his stupid-ass, grandstanding ass out of there. Dan in Miami Beach says, an article in the Other View section of the Herald points out how the Bushman has little capacity for intellectual curiosity and is intimidated by complex issues. He wouldn't last 10. What do you say? WQAM. QAM. Not there. WQAM, hello.
Yes, I'm calling to speak to Neil.
Speaking. Speaking.
Yeah, I'm calling.
Why are you laughing? I'm doing screenless, sir. I'm picking up the calls cold. Do I have...
Yeah, I'm interested in speaking to Neil about...
You're speaking to Neil right now, sir. I'm picking a call. Let me say it again. I'm doing a screenless. That means I picked the calls up cold. I'm speaking to you now.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
How you doing?
Okay, I'm doing okay.
All right. I wanted to speak to you about Mo and hockey.
Yeah.
Two of your favorite subjects.
Yeah, Mo's favorite subject, hockey.
Yeah. I don't normally get a chance to listen to Mo because I work afternoons and evenings.
Boy, what you're missing, man.
I know. But I have listened to your bits on Mo, which I think are hysterical.
Yeah.
And this morning I had to get up early and get on the highway, and I actually did have a chance to listen to him and Steve Goldie Goldstein.
Steve Goldie Goldstein, right.
Right. And I am a big hockey fan.
Yes.
And the Islanders are on my team, and last night was...
What a great game, man.
Unbelievable game.
Yeah.
Probably...
I wish the hell Leach wouldn't have scored that late goal, though. I wish they would have wrapped it up last night.
I know.
I want the Rangers out right now.
The Islanders are still in decent shape, but they make me live on Pepsi. But anyway, the most important thing was this was the biggest game between the Islanders and Rangers in probably at least a decade.
Right. Huge game.
Huge game, and everything that's great about hockey was in that game.
Right.
And have rivalries, but I mean, if you're from the New York metropolitan area, an Islander Ranger game that big,
yes.
I mean, if that doesn't
okay,
happen,
well, let's get to it.
let's get to it. Mo is talking to Goldie, and they asked
Goldie,
about Goldie. What were you?
Yeah, I heard that. I was coming to work and I heard that.
I couldn't believe.
And he had nothing. He had nothing but derogatory comments about that game, and why would he watch a team of overpaid athletes like the Rangers? See, the fact is, he hates hockey. He's already said that he wouldn't watch 15 seconds of a hockey game. But rather than admit that, why would he watch the Rangers, an overpaid bunch of
Neil,
I watch the Rangers to watch them lose. I enjoy that tremendously.
But for this to be called a sports talk show,
right,
and to have this Mo Ron
right
on the show,
that is correct,
putting down a game that is the biggest game in the last decade in New York, and saying he'd rather watch girls basketball.
Yeah.
He is a Mo Ron. He should be taken out and shot.
He got a little bit carried away, I guess.
M-O-R-O-N.
But it's a thought. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. I mean, he did it to me, so I guess I should let it go, but I'm just not that. I'm not that vindictive yet. WQAM.
Yes, my suggestion for the 12 to 1 hour.
Yes, sir.
Brian London at the War Desk at 560 WQAM. Thank you.
Brian has one thing to say to you, sir. Where's lunch? That's all he has to say. I still think we ought to resurrect that. I don't know how we're going to do it, though. Where we're going to get the prizes for the cute couple, or what did we call it? Hot couple?
The hot couple contest, yeah. We can start a collection when I come back from vacation.
Yeah, I bet you want to start a collection, I'm sure.
No, we got...
When you come back from Vegas?
Vacation.
He's going to Vegas, a schlepper like him?
No.
Hank taking you with him?
No.
Oh. Go ahead.
We're going to the hills where it'll be safe.
So you're going to North Carolina?
Yeah.
Oh, I hear that's what that SARS outbreak's coming up next.
There's nobody up there to outbreak it onto.
That's what you think. When you hear the first sneeze in the woods, I'd run like hell. So when you come back, we're gonna. Well, where did they email those, or did they mail them in?
They emailed them to the site. We did a contest at NeilRogers.com.
How do they do that since we don't take emails?
No, we made a specific address.
Well, can we put that back up again? We'll come up with some prizes.
We got like dinner to pizza.
I'd like to do that at least once every couple. Yeah, we'll put together a package of stuff.
How about like once a month?
Right, once a month would be good. For the hot couple. I mean, we must have
fine sponsors.
Other than the winners that we had the other, which we got that nice fax from them yesterday. Mm-hmm. Other than them, we must have somebody human out there. Huh?
If you search long and hard enough,
you ought to think about all those appearances that you do.
Oh.
Huh?
Oh.
You got a lot of really human-looking, lovely, hot people. WQAM. QAM.
Hey.
Yes, sir.
Neil,
yes.
why are you such a liberal?
Oh, God. WQAM.
Comedy bits?
Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Good. There you go. There's one. It only took me like 20 minutes to get them to respond. He likes it. Why are you such a liberal? Why are you such a fag? Why? Because I am, okay? Because I feel like it, schmuck. WQAM. QAM, hello. QAM.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good morning, Dr. Neil.
Good morning. Speak to me, sir.
Yeah,
time is of the essence.
Yeah, hold on. Let me have a hold
What
on.
are you? Are you like in the middle of a chainsaw over there? What's going on there?
Lumber mark.
Good God.
First of all, the comedy bit.
Purple alert! We got the text of the Florida chainsaw massacre going on. Speak to me, sir. Say something, please.
Yeah. The comedy.
Too late.
Was that a lightsaber?
WQAM.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, is this the Neil Show?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, could I say something?
Go right ahead. You're on right now. This moment. This is your chance to shine, or not.
You want me to shine, huh?
Or not, as the case may be. Whatever you choose. Or
well,
spit
probably
shine.
not. Okay. What I'm calling about is a group called the Defense Group, Bush's little group of people that are supposedly...
By the way, we got Maureen Dowd's column on our website. Thank you very much, whoever wasted my fax paper with that again, too. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Pardon?
I said, what is it about Bush's little group?
The Defense Group. And Mr. Pearl from Crossing.
From Crossing Your Heart
yes.
and Hoping to Die. Okay, thank you. 567-0560. Call up Randy, okay? I'm sure she'd be delighted to talk to you for hours and hours. She likes talking to old yentas, okay, ma'am? Get out of here. 567-0560.
M-O-R-O-N.
Pound 560. Yay. Now, so far we got one vote on the noon to 1 hour. We're not going to let that one guy decide it, are we? Sure. We'll see. WQAM. WQAM.
Hey, how are you?
Okay.
Hey, so I just wanted, you were talking earlier about entourages. Apparently Joe Rose's entourage is Gilbert.
That's what I heard. That was the spy report we had. Pretty sad commentary.
Well, I know, but, you know, I had the misfortune of going to that $3 buffet. I happen to live nearby, and I figured $3, what the heck. Gilbert, like, walks around while you're eating and pesters you.
And what? And pesters
amazing.
you? Yeah.
And at our appearances, too.
So,
Right.
you take a request for your comedy?
Sure, go ahead. He's having a phone problem, yeah. I think his phone got stuck in his...
Rectum.
567. We have a little communication problem here today, boys and girls. Even though we're in the communications business, as John Ford would say. Paxson Communications, remember that?
Yeah. Creative
Let's
monster.
see. George is happy because Geraldo Rivera is Puerto Rican.
Yep.
Also, did you happen to catch the Three Stooges yesterday? I forgot about that. I
Me
forgot
too.
to watch Larry Curly and Moe. And Larry was sporting a little Hitler mustache. I like the noon to 1 bit sound on Wednesday, and when Suds is in also. And then it says, P.S. Mad Dog, you big chocho. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
He is. He admits it. Big chocho. Remember that song, the Beatles song? Chocho was a... 5670560, an ex-Dolphin. All the Dolphins, man. Bunch of pussies, okay? Bunch of pussies. Meow. They've got that billboard that says we got balls and we don't have any. See, I would demand on taking it down for that reason. Because obviously the Dolphins have no balls. Tom Brady, there's a guy with balls, with big, gigantic huevos, baby. Huge. What?
Huevos Rancheros.
Huevos Rancheros. Anybody ready for brunch?
Beastas.
WQAM.
Neil Rogers.
Speaking.
Yes, I just called you. I'm the one from Washington, D.C. They said you kind of like cut me off. And
Oh. WQAM.
Comedy bits?
Yes?
No.
No? Okay, so this guy says...
No.
Okay, not a bad job on the no, too. Too bad I stepped on you. Sorry. Here's one. This is good. How about this idea for a future poll? Thanks for the ideas on the polls, because believe me, I have to rack my brain every day to come up with something new and innovative. I like doing good poll, man. That's what life is all about, is doing good poll. We got a pretty good one today. Which broadcaster has been most disappointing to you on the war in Iraq? Phil Henry, 108. 108, Phil, you're getting buried.
Are you sure?
Mo Howard David at 84. Neil Rogers, 71. Howard Sperm, 62. Peter Arnett, 52. Rush Limbaugh, 37. George Rodriguez, only 34. You're falling back.
Ah, damn it.
See, there was like a big splurt there in the beginning. Bill O'Reilly, 24. Randy Rhodes, 11.
Howard!
Dr. Laura's got 9. And last place, as usual, is Mr. Ego. Steve Kane's got 8. 8. Here's the idea for the poll, somebody says. With the threat of a terrorist attack at a high level in the U.S., where's the most dangerous place in South Florida? Home, ballpark, office, cinema, hospital, airport, mall, cruise ship, Publix parking lot. It says, P.S. My votes for Publix parking lot just about get killed every time I go.
Yeah.
Noon to 1, Boca Brian doing Mo, it says. And also on the bottom it says...
Oh, God.
Right.
It could be the Mo Show.
But it won't be.
You, Mo?
No, I mean, then what happens with
You've
that
done it
is
before.
you bury all the bits.
Sure.
There just aren't that many of them, you know? You bury it.
And
Although
then
I
you-
will
and then
dance.
you dance on the-
I will dance on the grave. 20.
You know, I'll make a pact.
Oh,
for
he
you.
is just.
If you should get hit by a
there are
truck.
no words to describe that creature. There's no words to describe what it is. What it is, man. Wow. Just a bundle of ego. Just impossible. Just cannot interrelate with another human being. You know? Impossible. 27 past 11 at 560 WQM. And, of course, if you got a hair problem, too, maybe that's the problem, you know what? Maybe that man's got a complex about those damn animals on his head. I guess everybody would probably eventually, especially when even they won't talk to you. Charles Alfieri is the hair man, baby, over 25 years and going strong, because he's been always having the latest technology available, like his new natural hairline system that makes it look like you got real hair on your head instead of like some poor dead old animal, instead of like Animal Farm on your forehead. Charlie's got that natural-looking hair that looks like it's growing out of your scalp. That's the key. And whether you're a billionaire or in between or even a schlepper, you want to go to Charlie, because even the rich guys go there. They know that for no price in the world can they get a better and more natural-looking hair system. And you mention Neil Rogers, and you get $200 extra knocked off the regular price at Charles Alfieri's. You got nothing to lose but the ugly, shiny bald spot because everybody gets Charlie's 30-day guarantee. If you don't love the way it looks and feels and smells in the hair too, and if you're not getting laid at least 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, in fact, you know something? Last person I talked to went to Charles Alfieri and told me he was getting laid
about 30, man.
Times a day. Call this toll-free number, 1-800-321-2413. Be sure and tell them that old Neil told you to call. 1-800-321-2413, or check them out on that wicked World Wide Web and get your hair back. CharlesAlfieri.com.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560, QAM.
The Lord even loves Neil Rogers.
How come we never been invited to Shula Steakhouse, huh?
I have, but not by.
Back in the day when someone done us wrong, we didn't take their crap. In Pearl Harbor, when the Japs dropped their bombs, we bombed them back. And now the Saudis, they hit us hard. And on our cards, our little flags wave, as that Saudi-loving retard points the bombers the wrong way. And I'm embarrassed to be an American, where they follow Bush like sheep. The United States of arrogance, led by Bush and his family, greed. They got this country up, handling towards the darkest days in our history. I don't want to be a Pax American in the goddamn USA. What's a few thousand innocent lives? Stop living in the past. If you want that SUV to drive, you're gonna need more gas. It's the greatest country in the world, they train us to believe. And anyone who says that, obviously, can't afford to leave. And I'm embarrassed to be an American, where we patriotically wave a flag in one hand with our head in the sand and blindly follow the powers that be. Apathetic up, watching state run news on a 65-inch screen. Scratch your balls and fart, everything's okay in the goddamn USA.
God bless America.
11:34:26 till noon at 560. We got a real dilemma going on here, you know. We just don't know whether to scream or peel a banana. We got 2 votes, though. One of them says yes, and the other one said no. So we're like stuck. It's like a Puerto Rican standoff. WQAM.
Dale.
Yes, sir.
Hey, how you doing?
Okay.
You're a dick.
Great. WQAM.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Does that mean I can break the tie?
For the moment, yes.
All right.
A lot of pressure, I know.
No, go to calls. No bits.
No bits. Okay, here's a caller that says no. Okay,
but
thank
hey,
you. Yes.
couple other things. I don't know if you flip around on the cable channels on the war coverage, talking about hypocrites. Fox News, every 5 minutes, will mention how MSNBC and Peter Arnett get kicked off the air.
Yeah.
They've yet to mention about their own man, Geraldo.
How do you like that? Their own man that was giving away military secrets and giving away the coordinates where the military will be, etc.
Not one breath
compromising the lives of our troops over there.
Yep. You can find it everywhere
let's make Geraldo a human sacrifice over there. What do you say about that?
I would be the first one to push it.
Let's swap his ass for all the prisoners of war over there. Let's swap Geraldo, even up.
He kind of looks like an Iraqi anyhow. We'll send him in undercover.
There you go. Okay, thanks.
All right, thanks, Neil.
Schmott ahead. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Yeah, maybe Geraldo can make them famous now, you know?
Right.
He's got a bella figura. So we got 2 votes no on the noon to 1 comedy Bazaar and 1 vote pretty weak. WQAM.
No!
Jeez. There's a man sounded like he was in pain, didn't he?
A little bit.
Emphatic, kind of like...
No.
Like that. We're more like...
No.
There you go. Wild man. WQAM.
Hi, I would say no, Neil. I like to hear you better.
Well, don't sound so apologetic there. I mean, stick up like he did and yell it out.
Also, Neil, remember Dave Magadan? Wasn't he cute?
No, he was grotesque.
Oh, but he was such a nice
He
guy.
was a very nice guy, but ugly, like me,
And Brett Barbary.
Brett Barbaric?
Yeah, except when he had the big wad of tobacco in his mouth.
Yeah, when he had that big wad, it just didn't do it.
Yeah.
Have a great day, sweetheart.
You too.
Thanks. Yeah, the Marlins are ugly, let's face it. They were right. Darren Dalton was a very good-looking guy, especially when he played for the Phillies. When he came here, he got like a little ugly. But he was married to that real hot, and they got kind of like a messy divorce. Remember that Tracy Austin? Isn't that her name?
Who?
Wasn't that her name?
He doesn't know.
That was married to Darren Dalton. Well, whatever the hell, what difference does it make? Patty Duke Austin. I don't know. See, you're just so far out of it. You're on a different planet. You're with that North Carolina mentality.
The baseball stuff? I don't know if the baseball people
no, we're not talking about baseball. We're talking about a hot babe, okay? You should know something about that.
Who?
Just the fact that she was married to a baseball player. What does that mean?
I know who Patty Duke is.
Now, isn't her husband the one with that silly mustache?
Used to be.
WQAM.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
Okay.
Good. Well, first of all, my opinion about you is you're a big overrated.
Good, great. And we're not asking about your opinion, okay, asshole? I'm a big overrated fag.
Well, that's
okay,
an important guy.
WQAM.
Important.
Hey, can I talk to Neil?
Speaking.
Neil, how are you this morning?
Okay.
Hey, yes, on the bit, I like the bit. That one song, I don't like that song.
What's that?
Not proud to be an American.
Embarrassed to be an American?
Yeah.
You don't like it?
No, I don't.
Well, we like it.
Okay, well, it's your show. I like your show,
and we're embarrassed to be Americans during what's going on right now.
Okay, well, better American than French, right?
I beg your pardon?
Better American than a French.
Well, that's pretty sad that we have to, make that comparison. If that's the best we can do, we got real problems, man.
Oh, well.
Have a great day, pal.
You too, Neil. Enjoy the show.
Proud to be an American. Let's hear it. God bless this country. Come on, let's hear it. You want to sing?
No.
Come on, let's go. Let's play the national anthem.
I don't want to sing that song.
All of that stuff. Yes, we will. Pledge Allegiance. Is that in here, by the way, that Pledge of Allegiance? What's that under?
What Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance, that atheist one. That,
I don't know. There's 2 or 3.
Commie Pinko one. Well, what's it called? Give me a clue, okay?
Alternative something or other?
Alternative religion, alternative lifestyle, alternative Boy Scouts.
Oh.
We don't have it in there. It's not in there.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it's called.
Well, just sing it. 5, 6, 7. Yeah, kind of like Condoleezza without the words. We'll just sing it. That's a good idea. See if I can find it. One moment, please, okay, while we work on this. Oh, I hope this is the right one. 21 till noon at 560 WQAM. That noon to 1 hour. So far, we got 2 votes say for the comedy bits and 4 say no. God damn, It was such a nice break. You know what I mean? We enjoyed it. We had a good time. Sat here of course, we're not having any food in here anymore. Till tomorrow. No, we're not having no food in here. Don't be starting with that crap. Don't be a weak sister, okay? Don't start caving
in.
Not
me. Won't be me.
Even all of these offers. We've had more offers of food in here the last 2 days. The poor Iraqis over there would be desperate.
I pledge allegiance
what is that under?
to a non-specific symbol
under
of
my
my
chair.
choice, of the United States of America,
Yeah.
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under a non-specific religious
Jesus Christ.
or non-religious representative,
Yeah.
divisible or indivisible, with or without liberty and justice for all.
It's not
or
in there.
some.
It's what?
It's not in there.
Okay. Just checking. 20 till noon at 560 WQM. I think you're a fat, overrated piece of turd. Yeah, then go find something to do, okay? Go play with yourself, schmuck. If you can find anything, any equipment. Hey, Brandy Shoes is celebrating their 25th year in business, and in any independent family shoe store that sticks around, in fact, any retail outlet that stays around in this town that long has got to be doing something right. Like at Brandy's, offering you a fantastic selection of men's and women's famous brand shoes like Rockports, Echoes, Mephistos, Timberland, Clark's, SAS, Florsheim, and lots more. And as far as sizes are concerned, even if you got teeny tiny feet, they got men's sizes 6 to 15, even if you got big fat ones like Tom Welling, or women's 5 to 12, and widths from very narrow to the very wide. Which rerun was it on Smallville last night?
I forgot.
Oh. And don't forget the professional sales staff at Brandy's know how to give you a perfect fit every time with great service. And with over 40,000 pair in stock in their 8,000 square foot mega store, you can be damn sure you can bet George and Carlos's life that whatever you're looking for, they got it in your size and the shape and width and whatever. Brandy's a great place to schlep your feet for shoes, and don't forget it's a great time to buy Rockports again this week at Brandy's. All this week, take 20% off all men's and women's Rockports in stock. Be sure to visit Brandy's on the web, too, at brandyshoes.com. You'll find Brandy's at 1290 North Federal Highway in Pompano Beach, open daily, 9 till 9, Sundays, 10 till 5.
Live and local. We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
The butt, I smell it.
There may be 101 channels on your cable network lineup, but no matter where you turn, you can't avoid those tampon or yeast infection commercials. The Lifetime channel wasn't enough. Now we have to put up with the WE network and Oxygen. Well, here's a channel just for men. Methane. Methane is the only channel specially designed for men. This week on Methane, the World Flatulence Championships from Guadalajara, Mexico.
Greg from Trenton, New Jersey has just finished 13 bean burritos and... Oh boy, that will put him back into the lead. He should receive excellent scores on that attempt.
And how about the wide, wide world of beer?
Now that's beer.
And every Thursday, tune into Methane for its informative series, How to Understand Chicks.
I don't want to solve your problems, honey. I'm just here to listen.
You are the most wonderful man.
Thanks, Methane.
So if you want to get away from all that women TV stuff, call your cable provider and ask for Methane. Methane. It's a win.
16 till noon at 560 WQAM. Sensitive to the controversial war against Iraq, movie studio executives said yesterday they've changed an ad for a teen comedy that features a 16-year-old star flashing a peace sign. This is so sad it makes you want to sit down and just cry and or puke your guts out and fill your bag twice. What a Girl Wants, which debuts in theaters this Friday with emerging star Amanda Bynes, has nothing to do with current U.S. military campaign, but ad executives at Warner Brothers decided to remove Bynes' V-shaped peace sign on newspaper ads and instead have her placing her hand on her hip.
I'm hip.
We're in the middle of a war. We wanted to be sensitive to that. We decided to change it to avoid any perception that we were making a political statement. We didn't want to burden the movie with that, a Warner Brothers spokesman woman said. No complaints about the original ad, which will remain on the billboards, have been received. No complaints, but they're still wussing out. What a Girl Wants is a romantic comedy aimed at young girls about an average teenager who travels to London to find her long-lost father. Warner Brothers is owned by media company AOL Time Warner, whose stock is about, I don't know, I guess down to about a few cents now.
About 30, man.
Yeah, something like that. 2 votes yes, 4 votes no, and of course we should have had like 500 votes on this already, but that, would have been too scientific. We need some more support on this. Although Mike Oxlong faxed in, said he wants to do the comedy bit. So now it's 3-4. WQAM.
Hi.
Hi.
That's Neil?
Yeah, it sounds like it to me.
Oh, you sound different. Oh,
Sorry.
I had to run to the phone. I had to run, not walk to the phone.
Okay.
Censorship? Wait, we can't even have a peace sign now?
No.
We're not supposed to be for peace?
No.
Let me ask you something else.
See, first of all, that peace sign, it's a throwback to the 70s and the 60s and the hippies and drugs and anti-war and counter-culture and things like that, all these bad things.
Yeah, but did they realize that when some of
Beatles.
the POW families or the troops that were killed, some of them actually were anti-war themselves?
Right.
And they said it?
Mm-hmm.
So they're allowed to say it. When I first heard your Condoleezza...
Not anymore.
When I first heard your Condoleezza bit, the one with the duct tape over her mouth, I almost fell off my chair, but I didn't realize that you couldn't play the real one again.
Right. Oh, no,
and I'll tell you, I'm
forbid.
really upset about that because there's too much censorship in this country now. And anybody who buys from Barnes & Noble, I mean, books, now we have to ban books.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy.
They got to stick Michael Moore's book way in the back somewhere because of what he said on the Oscars. Have you ever heard anything so outrageous in your life?
But I argued with my sister about that the other night. She said it's not the time and place at the Oscars.
Why not?
But he won for a
it's been
documentary.
going on for as long as they've had Oscars. It's been going on. Somebody, whether it was Marlon Brando or
That's
George
right.
C. Scott, somebody
That's
is always. In fact, even the people from the Oscars, they said they've got 45 seconds to say their thing, and it's a free country, and they should be allowed to say whatever
Only the
they
winners
want.
were allowed to speak.
Right.
That's why Susan Sarandon was allowed to get up there.
Oh.
But I want to tell you something about. I know you don't like Aaron Brown, but.
No!
Wait, last week.
Have you noticed how the change in the color of his piece? He used to have a red hair piece.
I
now
didn't know he had a piece.
Oh my God! Are
I
you
know
kidding
you always
me?
say that,
No, it used to be a red muskrat. Now it's a black beaver or something.
I keep
now.
looking for the seam, you know.
Oh please! There's no seam. It just flopped on his head.
Last week he had a woman
He's so
on there.
whiny and wimpy, Aaron Brown. Oh God! In
Wait,
fact,
but
you notice they cut back his airtime. They even put Paula on there in the evening to shore up where that Connie Chink used to be. They put Paula on there.
Uh-huh. She's not doing such a bad job.
Paula?
When I listened to you, I
Real
always
lightweight.
thought she was a bimbo, but
She is a bimbo. She's a lightweight.
I like Bill Hemmer myself.
Bill Humper, yeah, but for different reasons.
I know.
I got news for you. I saw him one day.
Yeah.
I don't think it was during this war, but it was during some, maybe it was after 9/11, and he hadn't had the makeup on yet.
You're kidding.
Trust me, he needs a
No,
lot of makeup.
really?
I know he's a real good-looking guy with the makeup on. Without the makeup, he looks like Liz Taylor.
Well,
but
we
anyway.
all are. But let me tell you what Aaron Brown said. He had a woman on who was a radio talk show host from Boston, and she said that she was a liberal.
Yeah.
And he said, what? He said, I didn't think there were any of those left. And he said, I'll have to commend my booker. So he was actually, saying, he did admit you can't find any liberal talk show hosts.
Of course not.
And I'll tell you
Me and the goddess. That's it.
And I'll tell you something else. I don't know about censorship. I'm surprised that David E. Kelly, they'll probably take the practice off the air because you don't watch it.
I don't watch it, no.
Okay, the show on Monday was about a death penalty case, and Massachusetts does not have the death penalty.
Right.
So they mentioned that Ashcroft made it a federal case so they could execute the kid, and they even showed Ashcroft on TV making a speech about how they were taking. And the lawyer that did the closing arguments, or whatever you call it, in the case, mentioned that under Ashcroft we have made, so many cases, the federal has taken them over so that they can
Yeah, because he wants to fry a bunch of people.
So they can execute people in states that do not have the death penalty.
Right.
He said he's already done it more than the whole entire 8 years of the Clinton
Did
administration.
you hear what Ashcroft said this morning on the Today Show?
He's covering up another bust.
Do you hear what he said?
You might mention my name to Vice Marshal Jerry.
Have a great day, sweetheart.
You too.
Bye-bye. That's what he said. Oh, no! Here's the facts, and also no to the bits. I guess we're not doing the comedy bits anymore.
Oh, well.
Well, I was all geared up for that today.
Yeah.
Now I got to, do an extra hour, a whole 4 hours? How come that old fart, who's a lot older than me, I guess that must be the reason. He only does 3 hours in the morning. That's all we can handle. And he's got a, not just like a producer, like a putz like you, but he's got a sidekick in there.
Yeah.
Geldy.
2 producers.
And Robert and Zach.
Right.
3. Well, sidekick and 2 producers and and then you got Howie's with that food.
Right, and Ding Dong School.
Yeah. Yeah, Clarence said he'll take care of the ding, and Duff said he'll take care of the
school.
Anyway, Darren Dalton divorced Lynn Austin, the original Hooter girl. Do you remember Lynn Austin?
No.
Hot. Hot, hot, hot. Brett Barbary was married to Jillian Barbary, Fox Sports. I have no idea who that is, and I don't remember what he looked like.
She's on some other show now.
Who?
She's the most Jillian Barbary, the
Is she
most obnoxious
barbaric?
female who's ever lived.
Oh.
Ever.
It says, I agree with the caller earlier about Mo being awful in the morning. His hockey overpaid player comment, like NFL players. First of all, what Mo knows about hockey, he could stuff under his hairpiece and have room for the whole Iraqi army, what's left of it. And why continue pretending he knows something about it? But again, because he can't lay it out there on the line for real and say he just doesn't care about hockey, so he wouldn't watch it. No, I just don't want to watch a hockey team. Well, there were a lot of other games on last night. Leafs Jersey game was a great game. He don't care about that. No, he's busy watching girls basketball or some crap like that. Why don't you just admit it? You wouldn't know a real sport if they stuck it up your ass, Mo. That's the problem, okay? You wouldn't know a hockey puck if they stuck it in your dentures. I'd like to see that. Anyway, the fact is, one thing I really liked about the first team was in the morning they would discuss a game that they either went to or watched on TV the night before. You can tell that Mo never goes. He just reads the paper and the box scores. He probably has to go to bed by 7 to drag his old bones in by 6 in the morning. And also it says,
no,
to the bits. Oh, the bits are getting buried. But this one says, Last Wednesday, you skipped the noon to 1 all bits, and my entire day went in the crapper from that point on. Please save my day. Bits and Mo. Bits. Love, Johnny. P.S. Lots O Mickey.
What are they talking about?
Last Wednesday, wasn't that day I was out?
Yeah.
Eisner?
I played Bits.
It says you skipped the noon to 1 all bits.
No, I did not.
That's the day George was on.
Well,
he probably turned it off when he heard your voice.
Oh, I'm sure.
WQAM.
Yes, Neil, I got three things.
Okay.
Yes to the bit. Can you play that Kid Rock one?
What's that one?
That new one that you just made, that I heard the other day. And I have to be drunk to go to the Marlin games, too.
Good point. Okay, thank you. Excellent. Good material. The Kid Rock one, it's on one of these. He says he has to be drunk to go to the Marlin games, too. Like Screw-Ann. It's a reference to that slut Screw-Ann, who embarrasses and humiliates and degrades this establishment. The people at Beasley Broadcasting, I hope over in Naples you're listening and understand that your sales manageress over here is conducting herself like a slut at sporting events. If she wants to conduct herself like a slut out in the street corner and put her thumb out, we have no problem with that, okay? Because even the Beatles said act naturally. But as far as go to a ball game in a QM box loaded with sponsors and hoity-toity important people, and maybe David and Samson and Goliath and Delilah stopping by, and Jeffrey, I used to own Luria's, whatever his name is, going in there and taking a look, and here's this broad just spazzing around, drunk out of her mind, crawling on the floor, hopping on everybody's bones. And this is our sales manager here at QM. This is a disgrace. I think that somebody ought to be held accountable for that. You know what I'm saying? I can't imagine who it might be, but it just might be.
Greg.
Yeah. Of course, she's probably got the old pictures, too, from the old days, when she was the object of his erections, before she got old and sloppy. Let's see, how's that poll coming? We asked on NeilRogers.com today, which broadcaster has been most disappointing? Well, I'm thinking about Screw-Ann, okay? If ever the word broad was appropriate, she's it. She is a nasty old broad, that Screw-Ann. Wow, you can smell that all over the building. Which broadcaster has been most disappointing in his on the war in Iraq? Phil Henry, 126, taking a whooping, man.
Okay.
And deservedly so from the spy reports even little Beaner Boy was giving me about how embarrassed and humiliated and degraded he is. Hearing this crap, this right-wing swill, coming from the once avant-garde, cutting-edge, to hell with everybody else, to hell with the establishment, Phil Henry. You sold out. You sold out, Phil. You sold out, didn't you?
Are you?
Mo Howard David at 95. Neil Rogers, 79. 14%. I'll take that. Howard Stern, 71. Peter Arnett, 57. Rush Limbaugh, 40, and George Rodriguez, 37. You got a way to go to catch his fat ass.
Sorry, yeah, quite a way.
Bill O'Reilly, 26. Randy Rhodes, 12. And tied for last, each with
9.
Dr. Laura and Steve, Mr. Ego Kane. What a match made in purgatory that is, those two. What a match. Ever seen them together?
Nope.
Same person. 5, 6, 7. Come on, now let's do some real quick ones. Yes or no on a comedy bits, noon to 1 hour. Okay, it's very tight. Yes, 4, no, 5. Although I think I phonied it up a little bit. WQAM.
My balls, bitch.
WQAM.
Yeah, Neil?
Yes, sir. Oh, there, that guy said yeah. He said yes. Didn't he?
I heard it.
Okay, he said yeah. WQAM.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
This afternoon's Bits and Mo Bits. Doi.
Okay, he said yes. Okay. WQAM.
How's it going, Neil?
Okay.
Hey, I got a spy report for you, man.
Yeah.
Spiro Canton no longer with Bell South.
Really?
Oh yeah, he's with Comcast now. Another disaster.
I think George probably chased his ass out of there. Okay, we'll get him. We'll get him at Comcast. I got them at home. We'll take care of him.
And yes on the vote, and yes on the vote again.
Okay, thanks. That takes care of it right there. 7-5. Winner. See, I told you if you persevere, baby. One thing I gotta say.
I hate this place.
Oh, man. 3 minutes till noon at 560 WQAM. Boy, maybe next week. We'll do a more. In fact, we'll do a poll on it one day.
Sure.
Which would be more scientific than just. Now, the one guy that said yes, he was going to say something else. I apologized to him because he obviously had something to say. But once he said yes, Neil, I thought he was responding to our poll. Didn't you?
We'll take it.
Didn't you? Yes? See, there's
Yes.
another one. 3 minutes till noon at QAM. Hey, I'll tell you, if your old bed is nasty and worn out and you're not getting a good night's sleep, there's a smart way to buy you a new mattress. There are plenty of dumb ways to do it. One of those being to hop in a car and waste all your gas and time and energy going to bedding in department stores and getting ripped off. The smart way, there's only one way to do it. Make one easy call sitting right on your arse right now, 1-800-MATTRESS, 1-800-MATTRES, and they'll guarantee a great night's sleep for months and years to come on one of the top brand mattresses in the universe. You pick out whichever one you like the best in the size and style you're looking for. They got Sealy, Serta, Simmons, King, Coil, all the top brands in the world. Dial Mattress ranked number one in customer satisfaction. First of all, as far as delivery is concerned, unbeatable. They show up within any 2-hour window that you want when it's convenient for you when you're going to be home. In fact, Dollar Mattress has more repeat and referral customers than anybody because they know how to treat you right. Once you buy your mattress from Dollar Mattress, you'll never, ever go back to the old way of buying a mattress again, I guarantee it. And don't forget, when you do buy your mattress from Dollar Mattress, they set up the brand new one and take away the crappy, smelly, nasty old bedding for free. They might wear gloves, but they'll take away the crappy, smelly old bedding and set up your brand new one for you for free, no extra charge. So make the call right now. You'll have that mattress installed in your home, no time at all, and you'll be guaranteed a great night's sleep for, you know something, I'm sleeping really good on my Dollar Mattress, extra good. You want to know why?
Why?
Not letting no dog out 4 times a night. Now, I know that sounds insensitive and tiny, rest in pieces, but, I mean, you know, it's great. Call 1-800-MATTRESS, 1-800-MATTRES for Dollar Mattress, the easiest, the smartest possible way to get you a new, great, brand-name bed.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
I'm Frau Ileana Ross-Leitman, and I like scrubbing my smelly gorilla ass with soap made from jewels and listening to the Neil Roque Comunista Hour.
Oh, this is crazy. It's fun, like in that movie.
You're not pretty enough to be a leading lady.
It's the part I was born to play, baby.
In 1996, she hosted the Oscars as well as a birthday bash for President Clinton.
A movie? It's like a long, bad movie, but you want to see the end of it?
Boobs!
Boobs, Ozzy.
These filmmakers are just boobs. Showing now in a theater near you.
Number of films with full frontal nudity, 4. Number of films with full sidal nudity, 3. Number of films with rear frontal nudity, priceless.
You see, when I get bored, I make up my own movie.
She earned an Oscar nomination.
Good morning, and welcome to Movies Till Sunrise.
I'm a star, baby! I'm a huge freaking star, baby!
She showed me her movies, and I like them too!
Wow, a free movie, thanks!
We fooled around and went to a movie.
The Middle Eastern world will be exploded. Saddam had people killed with the gas that we sold him. First time aggressor nation and the only one that's going. Now more blood will be spilled to get that oil flowing. Forget about Korea and the nukes they're toting, and the right wing is drilling it over and over into our heads that Iraq has some weapons of mass destruction.
Eisner?
3,000 people killed are now forgotten. Let's exploit them instead. Hey, there's oil to be gotten. Going after Saddam to placate Osama. There's no longer mention of the name Bin Laden, but no one seems concerned. All comfy and complacent, believing every word of this cartel administration that controls us by fear through media manipulation. And the right wing is drilling it over and over into our heads that Iraq has some weapons of mass destruction.
Eisner?
The loss of civil rights is the price that we're paying. We're all suspects now, Nazi Ashcroft is saying. I have nothing to hide. Table talkers all are saying blind, obedient cattle don't have any reservation. Without unprovoked battle and world annihilation, old regimes must fall and Halliburton installed with no objection at all. Democrats don't have the balls, and the right wing is drilling it over and over into our brainwashed heads. Iraq has some weapons of mass destruction. Only Iraq has some weapons of mass destruction.
I'm getting pounded.
Mickey Mouse office. Mr. Mouse? No. Who's it? It's Michael Eisner. Michael Eisner? Hold on a second. What are you doing answering my phone, Remus? Sorry, boss. It's Donny Osmond.
Donny Osmond, what do you want?
It's Michael Eisner, sir.
It's not Donny Osmond, it's Michael Eisner, the Putz president. Oh, boy, Eisner.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm almost done with you, pal.
Sir?
I was looking at the ratings for this nightmare you had us going through. I'm a celebrity, get me out of here.
What a smashing success, sir.
What? That thing was in the toilet.
It was unbelievable. If you break down the demographics.
Oh, you know what, Eisner, say that. I'm just happy it's over.
Sir, I believe the second go-around will be much better.
The second go-round? You must be on crack. We're not doing that thing again. Why do you want to bring that back? Because the first time around, you barely missed toppling the entire network?
Well, sir, it's already done.
What do you mean it's already done? Nobody ever told me it was already done. Hang on. Remus! I'm on the phone with Remus.
Yeah, boss.
What the hell are you doing?
Running some conduit, boss.
Do it quietly, Remus. That's not quiet enough, Remus. That bluebird stinks like an armpit.
Sir, our May sweeps will be amazing. I'm a celebrity. Get me out of here, too. Instead of 15 nights, 40 straight nights.
40 nights of I'm a celebrity, get me out of here. You're killing me.
And the celebrities, 10 times better.
Oh, my God.
We've got...
Hold on. Remus? Remus?
Yeah, boss.
Take the harmonica.
Yeah.
Slide it up your back end. Walk it out.
All right, boss.
All right.
We've got Bernie Capel.
Who?
Bernie Capel, the doctor from the Love Boat.
Oh, for heaven's sakes, he hasn't worked since he did the Stop Snoring Spray commercial.
We've got a real hottie, Adrienne Barbeau.
Oh, my God, she's terrible.
And someone I know you'll love, Billy Bush.
Wait a minute, is that the president's annoying nephew?
That's the one.
Oh, for heaven's sake. You can't put him on there.
And the...
Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
Remus! Remus!
I can't hear you, boss. I'm still.
Remus, I'm on the phone.
Can't hear you, boss.
Stop drilling! What are you making?
Making a new credenza, boss.
What's wrong with my old credenza?
Your shellac-am shot.
My shellac-am shot?
That's right, shellac-am shot.
Oh.
They can do it.
Oh. What? Oh, I don't care who you have on this nightmare.
Well, we definitely have some major A-listers, sir. We've got Scott Bakula and Leonard Nimoy.
Even Remus doesn't remember Leonard Nimoy.
Sure I do, boss.
Remus, I wasn't addressing you.
Sorry, boss, but he was from Father Knows Best.
Oh, my God. I'm surrounded by idiots. Hey, Remus, I thought I told you to put that harmonica up your butt.
Sorry, I farted, boss.
Oh, don't fart in the office, Remus. The bluebird's coming at me. Here,
I hate this place. Nothing works here. The medications don't work. I've been here for 7 years. Nothing works here. I hate this place. Nothing works here. The medications don't work. I've been here for 7 years. I hate this place. Nothing works here.
Special request for that in its entirety. I liked it. 9 minutes past noon at 5:60, so a reprieve for the noon to 1 comedy bits hour Wednesday, but we'll do a poll on it, like maybe tomorrow, huh? Especially after they hear it today, and then they can evaluate and exaggerate and whatever, vituperate. Hey, if you've been thinking about buying a new barbecue or any barbecue accessories, you've got to go to Barbecues Galore. Let me remind you to get a head start on the barbecuing season with the perfect grill and accessories, and you'll find them all at the guaranteed lowest prices at Barbecues Galore. They carry barbecues in every price range, from the top-of-the-line commercial-grade stainless steel grill to the more portable Weber charcoal grill. For all your barbecue needs at the guaranteed lowest prices, don't forget, shop Barbecues Galore in Plantation on University Drive at a Fountain Shopping Center. Call 954-423-1400 for that location, 423-1400. And in Coral Springs, you'll find them at 7485 West Sample Road on the corner of Sample and Rock Island Roads. Call 954-757-6668. 954-757-6668. Barbecues Galore, who be the barbecue specialists.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
$50.
My music life is in a slow hell. Went from rock to country, can't you tell? I ain't seen my new agent in 3 damn days. Been fueling up on cocaine and whiskey, 'cause I've lowered myself to this, do you blame me? Lord, if this lasts another year, I'll be amazed. I'm trying to stay away. Sincerity I have faked. I just can't look at you while I'm trying to sing this song. I hate to be out of place, but I can't stand your face. I just can't look at you while I'm trying to sing this song.
Could I have to level with you as well? Looking at you, let me say you look like hell. Whatever you've been snorting or dropping just ain't right. If you think I've been waiting a long time to sing a song with you, better think twice. Smells like you ain't had a shower in 3 damn nights. Can we put this singing away? All I want is to get paid. I just can't look at you, kid. You really gross me out.
Heard I'm married to a nice piece of A.
When she married you, was she awake?
At least she don't look like 2 peas on a breadboard like you.
Kid, I don't care what you say. Here's my middle finger, what the hey?
Stick it, bitch, then why don't you rotate?
I hope you OD someday.
I hope you die today.
Yes.
I just wanted to say I want another agent to call me on the phone. I just wanted to say I want another agent to call me on the phone. All right.
Wear a thong, low-cut jeans that won't stay on. My hair is blonde. Shake my butt and I turn guys on. But there's a place where all the guys can't hide it. can make guys grow right behind their zipper. I can make guys grow with my mind and booty. That's where their blood flows, 'cause I'm such a cutie. It's one of those things I work for, being such a bad girl, honey. I can make guys grow with my mind and booty. That's where their blood flows, 'cause I'm such a cutie. It's one of the things I work for being such a bad girl, for being such a bad girl.
Most people are unaware that they have 7 to 10 pounds of compressed human waste packed in their bowels. You have feces hard packed in your bowels right now. Pounds and pounds of greasy, filthy dung tightly packed snugly inside your body. Your intestines are lined with grease, mucus, undigested beef fat, hair, oil, and a cheesy substance known as skin froth. Until now, there was nothing that could be done. Introducing Be Clean, an all-natural supplement that will, within 3 days, have you defecating your stale, sour, musty, tar-like ropes of manure, making you feel lighter and healthier than you have in years. Call this toll-free number now for a free video and see for yourself an actual patient let loose his slippery, repugnant wall of bowel sludge in the comfort of your own home. Call today.
All right. Ranting on the airwaves, horny, bitchy one. Fantasies will have to do, you ain't getting none. Reality escapes you, you lie and you scheme. Randy, dream on, Randy. You'll never have me. Sorry, Steamboat Randy, little bitch with dreams. Going down life's stinking highway is that sad, lonely clown. Everyone knows the only one who's egos in the clouds. Mad, bloodshot, and wasted, talking trash with a smile. Your head's up your ass, and it ain't been out in a while. It ain't been out.
Welcome back to the glittering pageantry of the Mohammed and David Show. We have a full docket today, including the cavalcade of articulate athlete interviews. You know that pipe smoker's still at it. What? Singing those songs, making fun of me. They make fun of me all the time. I don't know why they don't adore me.
Dear, everything will be all right, Mo.
Get your hands off me, you fairy. You queer? You tube chomper? Real men don't touch, only during the game.
Yes, master.
They want singing? I'll give them singing. Get on a piano. Over there.
Okay, Mo.
Now, hit it. Back in my day, men was straight.
Being gay is hip today.
That's why I can't tolerate jizz-guzzling gays.
Sport holes weren't gay back then.
Stop it, you moron!
What's the matter, Mo?
My wig fell off again. Okay. All right, where were we?
Sport holes weren't gay back then.
I'll take it from here. The guys that like to worship men.
Good thing we won't see Poland or Wayland and Madam again.
Didn't need to soothe prostates.
Or to tickle hairy taint.
Jesus Christ, I really hate
Jizz guzzling much better. Administrations to be respected.
Administrations to be respected.
Very good. You may continue. No tricks.
All right, let's play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Puff Daddy, sitting in the chair. I'll call you Puffy.
Yo, yo, man, yo, yo.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Here's your $100 question. Finish this nursery rhyme.
All right.
Hickory dickory blank. Is it A, dock, B, pier, C, marina, or D, inlet?
Whoa, man. This is a $100 question right here?
You're kidding me, right?
This is $100.
For $100.
This ain't the $1 million question?
Well, this is the first one.
Man.
It's only for $100.
Is this a black thing?
Would you like to use a lifeline?
Yeah, all right. What do I got?
Well, we have the Ask the Audience, the 50-50, and the Phone a Friend.
Ask the audience. Nah, too many white people in here. Yeah, 50-50 ain't gonna help me. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna phone a friend.
Gonna phone a friend on the $100 question finishing the nursery rhyme.
Yeah.
All right, who are we gonna call, Puppy?
Oh, my boy, Old Dirty Bastard.
Old Dirty Bastard.
Yeah, Dirty we call him.
Our friends from AT&T will get Old Dirty on the line, and hopefully he can help you.
Yo.
Old Dirty.
Yeah, man.
Regis Philbin from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. How are you?
Aight.
Got your friend here, Puff Daddy.
Yo, Dirty, what's up?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
All right.
What's up,
Old Dirty, Puff Daddy's in a little bit of trouble here on the $100 question.
Ain't the first time, man.
First question, and the next voice you hear will be his. He'll come on the line. He'll ask you the question. He'll give you 4 possible choices. Are you set?
Hey, man.
Next voice you hear will be his, and 30 seconds begins now.
What's up? Yo, Dirty, finish this off for me, all right?
Hey, man.
Hickory dickory blank. Is it A, dock, B, pier, C, merino, or D, inlet?
Oh.
Come on, man, I don't got much time.
Man, I know this, man. I know it. I think it's pier.
Pier, you sure?
About 30, man.
This is a lot of money, man.
About 30.
All right, man, thank you very much.
All right, man.
Time's up. Old Dirty said pier. You still have 2 lifelines left. We are on the $100 question.
You know what, Regis?
Want to poll the audience?
No, I'd like to add a lifeline.
Actually, no, there's only 3 lifelines. You've used 1, you have 2 left.
No. I get another lifeline. It's a brand new one to the game.
And what is that, Puffy?
It's called Shoot the Host.
Puffy, you can ask the audience.
I call it Shoot the Host.
Puffy, use the 50-50.
What's the answer?
Puffy, it's Doc. It's A. It's Doc.
My final answer's Doc.
It's Doc, and it's a good one. You got $100.
Run, you white boy, run!
Shoot him!
Run!
Shoot him!
27 afternoon at 560 WQM. Now, how are we going to do that hot couples contest? You're going to put the thing back up on there where people can email it to?
Right.
And then we'll get together with Miguel and Doreen, the Queen, and put together some, like a package, you know?
We'll have Miguel put together a package.
Right. Yeah. Miguel's got a package. And if you're the wiener, maybe you can take a look at it.
You'll win Miguel's package.
There you go. No, seriously, so we'll set that up again. We'll let you know. We'll give you more details, okay? Because I think that was kind of a neat thing, you know? See some of those interesting people. Hey, speaking of interesting people, we got a lot of fat people out there in this audience. My God. Including, what was that one guy's name on the thing? Oh, man. He was a tub. Anyhow, we got a lot of the Beast in the building. He better be here on Friday, and I'm going to tell you something right now, Beasto. You better be like purging. You better be on a straight and narrow path. If he don't lose at least, seriously, if he don't lose at least another couple more pounds by Friday, he's out. He's out. We'll put like Zach on it or somebody, you know. Julio.
Will Zach be allowed to be part of that program?
See, he raises his hand. He weighs 48 pounds soaking wet, little beaner boy. But he wants the free food, you little... I guess you're teaching him real well. Anyway, Balance for Life is the great way to lose the weight. That's what the Beast is doing. He's up to almost 60 pounds lost, even though he's like dicking around a lot. No cooking, no shopping, no cleaning, no worries, just great results, man. You'll be healthier, you'll look better, you might get a little action once in a great while, and the best part of it is, you're gonna feel better about yourself too when you lose that disgusting fat. Balance for Life makes it easy because they make all the choices for you. You don't have to count calories or carbs or anything else. They do all that based on the Zone diet, and they bring you a little black sack every morning by 6 a.m. In your sack, 3 gourmet meals and 2 delicious snacks they deliver right to your doorstep, at your home, at your work if you like, or wherever you're hanging out. And believe me, everything in there is fresh, delicious, made with the best ingredients, nothing frozen, no chemicals, no artificial crap. And they let you, the only choice you have to make is they let you pick between 2 choices for each meal every day that you're on a program. That's it. So let Balance for Life take care of you. Call them at 954-568-3229. 954-568-3229, or check them out on that World Wide Web at balanceforlife.com.
Live and local. This is 560. The radio's all yours now. QAM.
This is the Neil Rogers Show. This is your brain. Any questions?
No.
If you cannot find Osama bomb Iraq, if the markets are a drama bomb Iraq, if the terrorists are frisky, Pakistan is looking shifty, North Korea is too risky, bomb Iraq. If we have no allies with us, bomb Iraq.
Okay.
If we think that someone's dissed us, bomb Iraq. So to hell with the inspections, let's look tough for the elections. Close your mind and take directions, bomb Iraq.
Oh!
Fall in line and follow orders, bomb Iraq. For our might exceeds our borders, bomb Iraq. Disagree, we'll call it treason. Let's make war, not love this season, even if we have no reason, bomb Iraq.
Darn it, I told you, don't bother me while I'm in here.
Hi, sir.
Hello?
It's Mickey Mouse.
Oh, Mr. Mouse, good morning. How are you?
What the hell are you doing to me?
Nothing, sir.
You're freaking killing me.
No, I'm not.
I got David Kelly calling me every 3 minutes. Why did we move the practice?
Sir, you told me to move the practice.
I didn't tell you what. You must have misunderstood me.
No, sir, you said move the practice to Monday.
Hey, listen, butt wipe. I'm the boss. I make the decisions. You take the heat.
Right.
You move the practice.
Okay.
How we doing with it anyway? Hold on.
Right.
Remus.
Yeah, boss.
Shut the hell up. I'm on the phone, Remus. Hi, sir.
Yes, sir. What was your question?
I'm telling you, I'm going going crazy over here. Between David Kelly and now Michael Jackson calling me every 3 minutes, I'm going to go out of my freaking mind. Hold on. Remus! Can't hear you, boss. Stop it, Remus! I'm sawing the floor, boss. Stop sawing the floor, Remus! Remus! What's this in my hand, Remus?
That's your penis, boss.
My other hand, Remus.
Oh, that's a phone, boss.
Right. I can't hear anything, Remus. Stop sawing the floor.
Sorry.
Eisner.
Sir, the moves are working out very well. The practice is fourth in its time slot and moving
Fourth
up.
in its time slot? Christ, are we even beating the WB?
Barely.
Oh, my God.
And the Michael Jackson thing was a rating success.
Of course. Hold on a second. Remus.
Yeah, boss.
What the hell are you doing with a harmonica, Remus?
Play a little song for
Well,
you.
don't play it, Remus. I'll jam that thing down your throat. And get that bluebird away from me.
Oh, come on, Bluebird.
I'm allergic. Eisner.
Sir, over 25 million people saw
Shut up, Eisner. Listen.
Yeah.
You see me, what I'm doing here?
Sir, you're on the phone.
I know I'm on the phone. Do you see what I'm doing? Use your imagination for crying out loud. I'm moving my hands up and down, side to side. I'm the puppet master. I say it, you do it. Now Fox is going to air all the stuff that you cut out of the Michael Jackson interview.
But sir, you told me to edit out all that stuff to make him look like a freak.
Puppet master, me. Idiot. Oh. Remus! Remus!
Yes, yeah, boss.
What the hell are you doing now?
Fixing the floor, boss.
There's nothing wrong with the floor, Remus. What's this in my ear?
That's your penis, boss.
My other ear, Remus.
Oh, that's the phone, boss.
That's the phone, Remus. Get out.
Come on, Bluebird.
Get out. Eisner?
Yes, sir.
Killing me. Killing me.
I'm sorry, sir.
Killing me.
Sorry.
Killing me softly.
Blinded by the ride, bamboozled by douchebags, the pasty moral right. Blinded by the ride, I felt like a douchebag, 'cause I knew they weren't right. I know you may not understand what I did or who I am. Most of you don't read any books. So let me introduce myself. I was a well-respected hard-right man and trusted by high-level schnooks. I used to have a powerful Republican position, high up on a moral ground. The holy Christians were insisting that I discredit Clinton with any means that could be found. She'd say I had a nervous breakdown 'cause I was blinded by the ride. Bamboozled by douchebags, the moral pasty ride. Blinded by the ride. I felt like a douchebag 'cause I knew they weren't right. I had admission to the parties thrown by moralistic Christians and crawling there naked on the rug. Was anorexic from Dick sister and culture raising blisters, giving power balls a tug. My job was to alter news to a right-wing point of view. Feeble minds are easy to sway. And now the hatred that I spewed about minorities and banker Jews make me want to puke today. I couldn't even say I was gay 'cause I was blinded by the ride. Bamboozled by douchebags, the pasty moral right. Blinded by the ride. There was Aunt Culture, she was naked on all fours with two guys taking her doggy style.
All right.
Peeping through the keyhole, watching Mom and Dad. Peeping through the keyhole, the most fun we ever had. Mom and Dad were playing tag right there on the bed. Mommy used her boobies as a pillow for Daddy's head. Mommy's head was bobbing, she almost got whiplash. I don't know what she was drinking, but she's got a milk mustache. Peeping through the keyhole, ain't sure what I see, but I
sure do like it more than anything on TV. Mom and Dad were hooked together like my Lincoln logs. Last time I saw something like that, Mom was yelling at the dog. Dad was breathing heavy. Mom was on her knees. He must have had a boo-boo 'cause she kissed him where he pees. Peeping through the keyhole, watching Mom and Dad. Peeping through the keyhole, the most fun we ever had. But we watched a little longer, and I started to get sick. If Daddy's name is Elmer, why Mom asked for Dick? Daddy groaned and his eyes rolled back. Mommy wanted more. She climbed back on top of him, but all he did was snore. Peeping through the keyhole as the minutes pass. I can't wait to try this out on some girl in my class. Well, I can't wait to try this out on some girl in my class.
All right. 21 to 1 at 560. It's our enjoyable noon to 1 Wednesday comedy bazaar. I'm enjoying it. What's not to like? Huh?
I always like it. Sorry, I spilled coffee in here again.
Nice. Well, you guys are a couple of real slobs in there. Anyway, for years I've been telling you about a really neat product that I'm using more and more now for my blood pressure. It's called Oleomed. And it really works. That's the deal. Oleomed soft gels contain pharmaceutical-grade olive oil, not ordinary olive oil, but super concentrated, loaded with health benefits. Oleomed every day can help reduce the risk of heart disease and high cholesterol. Plus, there are 14 different Oleomed formulas to choose from, each one containing the finest olive oil that money can buy, combined with vitamins, minerals, herbals to support specific health needs, from your bones to your blood pressure to your immune system. You just pick out the formulas that are right for you. And now there are 3 new formulas from Oleomed, one to help you sleep, one to help you control your weight, and CellQ10 for your heart. Pick it up all over town. More and more people are popping Oleomed every day. Pick it up at Publix, Eckerd's, Walgreens, Whole Food Markets, Navarro's, and Sedano's, or order it online if you'd like at oleomedamerica.com. If you want to get more information, call them toll-free, 1-866-OLEOMED. That's 1-866-653-6633. Get your Oleomed today and start feeling sensational almost right away.
We're Sports Radio 560, QAM.
Any better than Neil Rogers?
A dour bitch on the radio who found a niche with no life assholes. Shut-in women, redneck pissants, and badass broads in cellulite pants. The constipation has pinched up her face, but this no talent knows a better way. Self-hating Catholic, Orthodox Jew, but she knows what is best for you. Dr. Laura, oh, her, Simka Stora Tisha Pava. She's dispensing sound advice to morons with the brains of mice. Hey, Dr. Laura, by the way, how's your mother feeling today? Laura, I would strongly advise to put your tongue in my brown eye. Dr. Laura, oh, her, needs FCS just to cover the smell of provolone cheese oozing from her bony eyes.
Rectum.
Dear penis, I don't think I like you anymore. You used to watch me shave. Now all you do is stare at the floor. Oh, dear penis, I don't like you anymore. It used to be you and me, a paper towel and a dirty magazine. That's all we needed to get by. Now it seems things have changed, and I think that you're the one to blame. Dear penis, I don't like you anymore. He says, dear Rodney, I don't think I like you anymore. 'Cause when you get to drinking, You put me places I've never been before, dear Rodney. I don't like you anymore. Why can't we just get a grip on our man-to-hand relationship? Come to terms with truly how we feel. If we put our heads together, we just stay home forever, dear penis. I think I like you after all. Oh, and Rodney, while you're shaving, shave my balls.
Shut up, you big hog. Ginger Rogers takes a mouthful of the sausage and whore-haze pants. That pipe smoker and uncircumcised Cupid engage in a fakeable dance. I'm a cranky homophobe. Not that I mind it, but I'm way too old. I fantasize about being in bed in a tryst with Fiedler, my man friend. I'll kiss and make up with Ginger someday, and then ask him to rape my buns over and over again. Though I would not feel remorseful, and I would not be ashamed about a Ginger and Mo gay union, just boning and stroking away. Boy, Gildy, you're not my type.
No!
You sound like a 9-year-old kid. Only a macho, manly guy.
You don't notice me.
That makes me flip my wig. If Ginger was a lover of mine, I'd bury my bulbous veiny nose inside his pimply rear end. No, I would not be a sport hole.
No!
If I was not a closeted fay. That's why a Ginger and Mo gay union would make me feel giddy and gay.
Everybody follow my bouncing balls.
Yeah, Ginger and Mo gay union would make my sore old bony ass feel safe. If we had a Ginger and Mo gay union, then he wouldn't have to get me raped.
They sold this radio station. Now the future is in doubt. We've been talking about Paxson ever since Cox pulled out. Now we'll work for Paxson. The man's a millionaire. Gonna work for Paxson. He's like Wayne with more hair. You might think that it's a bummer when Phil Hendry's gone.
Are you sure?
Say goodbye to Aaron Summers. Say hi to Ron and Ron. They're gonna work for Paxson. And that's a matter of fact. They're gonna work for Paxson. But Neil ain't changing his act. Paxson's a born-again Christian, righteous as he can be. He wants to change the station's letters, the WGOD. Now we'll work for Paxson.
Oh, God.
Paxson, he's the brand new boss. Paxson, we're gonna work for Paxson. Paxson, make the sign of the cross.
Me estoy muriendo aquí.
10 to 1 at 560. WQM, the Mad Dog at 1. Hank from Vegas at 3 this afternoon. Then we got Marlin baseball, game number 2. Marlins and the Phillies tonight. 632 votes on the poll. Which broadcaster has been most disappointing to you on the war in Iraq? By the way, speaking of the war,
Of course, this market is focused on economic.
well, there's Ron and Santa. The market's going through the roof. Are you aware of that? Dow's up to 220 some odd points, and NASDAQ 48. Market's going through the roof.
Oh!
You want to know why? That's because, what's her name? Jessica?
Simpson.
Simpson is okay. 632 votes. Who's been most disappointing on the war talk? Phil Henry, 140. Mo Howard David at 106. Neil Rogers, 84. Howard Sperm, 78. Peter Arnett, 71. Rush Limbaugh, 45. George Rodriguez, 42. You're right on Rush's ass. You're right on the edge.
Like a boil.
You're right on the rim.
Ew.
Bill O'Reilly, 30. Randy Rhodes, 14. Dr. Laura, 13. And in last place, holding up the rear end,
9.
Steve Kane, Mr. Ego. Sucking wind. Anyway, it's
9.
Before 1. What was there? Might as well use it. Hey, I'll tell you what else is there. Your phone. Use it. Make a smart call. Call our friends at Dollar Mattress and get you the best brand name mattress under the sun a very easy way. This is the most simple piece of shopping anybody ever has to do. Just one easy call to 1-800-MATTRESS, MATTRES. You'll be talking to a trained bedding consultant who knows bedding inside and out. They know it all. And they got all the top brands. They got Sealy, Serta, Simmons, King Coil, every size and style you could ever imagine. In stock, ready for just about immediate delivery. You know, Dollar Mattress is ranked the best in the world in customer satisfaction, and they got more repeat and referral customers than anybody else because they treat you great. They give you that unbeatable customer service. Delivery, any 2-hour window that you pick when it's convenient, when you're going to be home. And once you buy a mattress from Dollar Mattress, they come and take away the crappy old bedding and set up your brand new one for you for free. That's correct. Dollar Mattress sets up the new and takes away the smelly, soiled, stained, embarrassing, crappy old bedding for free. So guarantee yourself a great night's sleep for months and years to come. Make that one simple phone call right now, like I always do. 1-800-MATTRESS. 1-800-MATTRES for the world flaming Dollar Mattress.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560 QAM.
If anybody has opinions dissenting from our way, we'll place your name into the system as enemy of the state. Don't even bother to question, just follow and obey. Everybody's turning fascist, fascist USA. In the act of patriotism, we're watching all of you. Everyone's under suspicion, so that's what you do. They've got information on all you mindless fools in Bush fatherland nation, fascist USA. You gotta hate those Jews and Clinton's liberals too. Believe everything we tell you on the state-run news. Blood war for corporate. Fill up your Escalade. A Reuben Cheney Bush venue. Fascist USA. We don't mind to see our jobs go. A bad economy's good. We're fascinated by J-Lo. Don't read no stupid book.
Rectum.
All now are embracing the Pax American way. Everybody's turning fascist. Oh, fascist USA.
Screw that. You think blackmailing someone's alright? A big blackmail, especially an extra between your thighs. Screw that. You don't think blackmailing a charity's wrong? You'll bend over forward for anybody with a giant pulsing schlong.
Roy!
Something don't smell right. What crawled up your ass and died? Did you wash last night? Please hold your legs tight. Something don't smell right.
Screw him. You be the bitch I bang tonight. I'll smack your head and bruise up your body the way you like.
All right.
Through you get my mojo long and strong. Give charity money to OJ and don't care if it's wrong.
Roy!
You blonde and you white, you just be my type. The kind of bitch we like. You know how to do it right. You got a date with OJ tonight. Yo!
The temperature is 0. It is cold. It is so freaking cold. And I cringe every time the wind blows. In my pants, something is shrinking. I'm so cold I can't lip sync. That's because it's 0, baby. And I cannot feel my toes. There's a tingling in my fingers, and my private parts are froze. Oh, my nose is about to fall off. There's a cloud every time that I cough, and my hands are blue. They are turning numb. They might amputate my thumbs. That's because it's 0, baby. I can barely move my mouth. Oh no, I'm a red-hot Latin lover. But first I need to be thawed out. Yes, I need to be thawed out. That's because it's 0.
Me estoy muriendo aquí.
Man, I'll tell you. I know. Mucho frio. Anyway, I enjoyed this today, didn't you? Noon to 1 hour. Enjoyed it tremendously. Beaner Boy said yes. Of course, he'd say yes to anything because he wants the paycheck. But at any rate, George would say yes if he was in there. But he's, where'd he go? Where does he keep going? Where does that, do we have like a bomb scare or something? Or like a fire alarm? Or, there he is. I thought maybe we had another one of those fire alarms and you were like 2/3 of the way down the stairs carrying Fat Boy.
Well, I could make up a whole bunch of funny stuff, but we're having printer problems.
Kind of boring. Mad Dog's next. Mad Dog, try to butch up a little, will you please?
Bye. The Neil Rogers Show on 560 WQAM, Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
Well, I don't know what you're...
Well, wait a minute. Are we ahead of time?
I just passed Dave, and he's...
my clock says 1 o'clock and 3 seconds.
58:50.
Well, who the hell dicked with my clock?
All the same people that went in there and changed all the
Doc, who dicked around with my clock?
And that clock runs slow, not fast, so I don't know who made it go faster.
You had somebody again was in here dicking around, Muff. Somebody was dicking around in this room. Oh, my God. And here I thought I was going to be right on time. I was so proud of myself. I'm looking and it was like 12:59:40.
No.
Huh?
No.
And now, I don't know whether to scream or peel that banana.
Just relax. Play another bit.
Play another bit?
That's why I was still out there. I thought, I got plenty of time. I got 2 more minutes.
And don't forget, we got that big Marlin game tonight. Now we'll separate the men from the Goyim, baby, and see who really wants to show up and, pay for it. No free weenies, man.
Bye. The Neil Rogers Show on 560 WQAM.